welcome in to the first of many Beyond the Gates live streams. If you are in here, drop a note into the chat so that I can shout you out. We will be going live every Monday to talk about what's happening in Fairmont Crest. We're trying this out, y'all. We're trying this out. Most of y'all voted that you wanted a 3 p.m. start time, but that might be a little bit hard for me because I'm trying to get the videos up as soon as possible, and I'm on the West Coast, so I can watch the show at 1 p.m. my time, but that's like 4 p.m. y'all's time, like East Coast. Most of the people are East Coast. And then it takes a while to get like the recording done and then the episode uploaded so that we can pull the media and all of that. So trying to do the live streams at 3 might be a little bit tight if I also want to try to stay on schedule with getting my breakdowns done. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to work it out. We're going to figure it out. We're here for the very first one. Shout out to all of you all who are in the chat, who are here joining me live. This also will be available for a replay. So shout out to the replay gang if you happen to be catching this after we have already premiered it. H2 Virgo, how are you, boo? Hey SM, how are you? Happy Monday. Welcome in, y'all. Drop a note of where you are checking in from. What did you feel about today's episode? Hi Tasha. Hey Cindy, welcome in, boo. Hi Company Confidential, how are you? I'm like figuring this out, y'all. 3 p.m. might be a stretch for me because I am also like in the thick of like trying to record other stuff, and I kind of had to stop what I was doing to get on here. But you know, we're gonna figure it out. We definitely gonna go live on Mondays. We just have to figure out what's gonna be the perfect time to do so. I did get a chance to watch today's episode. I haven't recorded my breakdown for today's episode yet. And our girl Dani, at this point, Pamela, can you just come and live with her, because Dani is gonna stress me out. Dani is gonna thin out all the rest of my edges that I have left. Okay, Cindy, you in Virginia Beach? Shout out to Virginia Beach. Come on, Tasha in Jersey, how are you? How's y'all Monday looking? How y'all feeling today? You say that always one day. Is that what you say to your nieces and nephews? Wait, what did I say? I say a lot of stuff. You didn't watch today's episode yet? Oh, and see, that's the thing. I'm worried about like Mondays. If we do the live too early, then people won't have a chance to watch, because not everybody can watch it live, right? It comes on East Coast, I think 2 p.m., right? And then or maybe 1. No, 1. You watch along live in TikTok. Okay. Wait, are you not in the U.S.? Shout out to Florida. Hey, the Movo. How are you, boo? Welcome in. Hi, Quake Simmons. Welcome in, boo. Yeah, so 3 o'clock might be a little bit too early. You Central? Okay. Yeah, I'm Pacific. So we're behind the East Coast. Central and in Pacific time is always behind the East Coast. Watching from Glendora. You haven't watched the episode yet? See, now I don't want to spoil. The episode. That's one thing about me. Like my friends will tell you, I have a homegirl who like does not care at all. She wants to be spoiled, whether it's in the books or a show. She's like, girl, just tell me what the hell happened, because I'm going to still watch it, or I'm going to still read it. And I'm like, I don't want to tell you what happens, because I want you to have the experience. Like, I want you to have the feelings develop on your own. Tasha, you on East Coast time? Yes. Hi, T. Marie. Shout out to Atlanta. You getting sick of Eva? Eva wasn't in today's episode, was she? Not that I recall. Hey, Elaine. Come on, NYC. Welcome in, honey. Oh, you was on vacation when I joined. Thank you so much for the support. Hi, Myrtle. How are you? So that's why you was watching on TikTok. Got it. The writers don't see Eva as a villain. So how about this? We'll do that. We won't necessarily directly spoil today's episode, but anything is open to discuss up until like today's episode, right? So we will discuss how y'all are feeling about various characters, various plot points. I don't really have like a structure in place. I really want to go off of like the things that y'all want to talk about most. I can share some of the things that I'm the most excited about, but you tend to get those in my videos, right? Like I don't make no qualms about how passionate I am about various things. Hi, Aaliyah. Welcome in, honey. So again, we are like free to discuss everything. This won't necessarily be like a weekly, this won't be like a recap of Monday's episode. Like this live stream that I do on Monday, typically I want to talk about the previous week and then also what we might be predicting for this week, what we might be excited for in this week, maybe after we have seen this first episode in this Monday episode, or if you didn't see it, that's fine too, but just what you are gravitating to most. It's okay, go ahead and spoil it. You always watch the recaps on YouTube. Okay. That's a missed opportunity with them not continuing the Leslie versus Haley battle. I think the Leslie versus Haley battle is continuing, though. I think that is just the beginning of it. I think it's a really interesting choice for, and this is crazy because I didn't record my Friday breakdown. That's why it's not here, y'all. So we can't even blame editor Charlie because I didn't record on Friday. As some of y'all know, I was like still turning up. It's like a last birthday hurrah. A homegirl popped into town and surprised me. So I tried to record as much as I could. I got the next week on up, but I didn't get Friday's breakdown up yet. But this is speaking to the whole Leslie and Haley of it all. I think that was like the beginning of it. And I think it's a very interesting choice for Leslie to decide, if you won't be my friend, then fine, you're going to be my enemy. And I'm going to be active in the declaring you my enemy. I think that this could be cool in that it gives Leslie something else to focus on. My birthday was June 21st. Thank you very much. So I don't think that this is the end. I don't think it's a missed opportunity. I think this was their introduction, and I actually like it. I like that Leslie is pulling a more visceral, less rehearsed version of Haley out, which is how we're actually going to get her to make some missteps, so that the people around her can really peek behind the curtains and like, okay, it was already a feeling that we had, but now we are starting to get evidence that she is not okay. Like this is something that's actually wrong with this girl. And I think that Leslie is probably going to be the key for that, because she's able to like switch it on really, really quickly when she's in front of Naomi or Chelsea, or when she's dealing with Bill. Like she's very good at presenting one way, even though we know her true nature behind the scenes. But when it comes to Leslie, she has a much shorter fuse, I think. And it's because she doesn't like how close Leslie is to identifying how just like Leslie she is. And she thinks if Leslie can see it, then other people can see it. Hi, Lorena. Welcome in. It's hard for you to watch unless you watch with a group. Happy belated birthday, Tasha. You hope that the villains don't cancel each other out. I think that Haley and Leslie going at it will reinvigorate Leslie's like villain story, because we are all kind of desensitized to it now, right? Like she is the villain of the Duprees, but it's only so like she's done everything that she could possibly do to disrupt their peace, to interrupt their lives, to make them uncomfortable, and now it's just it's gotten to a point where she's become more annoying than anything, than any kind of like real danger. And then also how they've chosen to go about her being the villain to the Duprees has also lessened the stock and the weight of like the all-powerful Duprees. So I think them keeping her in this villain space as it pertains to Haley, and giving her something else to focus on, will allow for them to repair the damage that has been done to the Duprees brand, right? But then also giving us something to lean more into. I'm like, oh, she could actually be dangerous, because I think that now Leslie's at a place where she doesn't even feel dangerous anymore. She just feels annoying. Hey, Zamarcus, thank you so much for the super chat. Zamarcus says, what's good, Erica? How was your birthday? Have you seen The Polygamist? I would love to hear your opinion on The Polygamist. I have seen The Polygamist. And honestly, I have been thinking about for weeks how I'm going to talk about it, because I have some very, very like passionate thoughts about the polygamous and the characters on that show. So yes, I will be talking about it. My birthday was fantastic, like absolutely fantastic. It was probably my best birthday yet. Thank you so much for asking, and again, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it so very much. Yes, the polygamous will be coming. I just gotta, okay, sometimes I be in my head, y'all. So y'all will get, on these breakdowns, y'all will get me being real, but sometimes I'm like, okay, Erica, you cannot go that hard. Like, so the stuff that y'all get is the stuff that I like give myself permission to say publicly. But there are so many things that I want to say that I'm like, Erica, you can't say that. Erica, you can't say that. And that's the problem with the polygamist. The polygamist y'all haven't gotten that yet, because the stuff that I want to say, I don't know if it's appropriate for me to say publicly. But I just think I need to just go ahead and record it. And if I need to ask for forgiveness, if I hurt some people's feelings, then I could just apologize and move on, because I have so many thoughts about the polygamous. I have so many thoughts. So yeah, and I need to drop it because it's like getting further and further away from when it was premiered. I think the most amount of people have already watched it that's gonna watch it. And some of y'all have been asking, like people have been DMing me asking me as well to talk about it. So yeah, it's coming. Where else? I'm sorry, I'm going back into the chat. Hi Taylor Reed, said you brand new to the channel. Shout out to Ohio. My dad lives in Detroit. I spent a lot of time growing up in Michigan, and I used to drive from Baltimore to Detroit, so I will always have to drive through Ohio. Shout out to Ohio. And my sister went to college. My youngest sister went to college in Ohio. Got a little soft spot for Ohio. I love that you got to hang out with your friends this weekend. Yes. Oh my gosh. All of my like closest friends are like in other states. Like, it's the most annoying thing to me, only because I don't get to do like life physically with some of the people who are closest to me. But it's like, girl, I wanted to live in LA. One friend wanted to live in Houston. Two other ones are still back in Baltimore, the Baltimore area where I'm from. I got teammates in Tennessee and like Louisiana. Like, we're all spread out. So to have one of them come and decide like, oh, I'm gonna come and I want to celebrate with you, because I didn't make a big deal of it. Like, for my birthday, I did what I wanted to do, which I wanted to be alone. I wanted to like vibe out and like do all of the activities I wanted to do. But I also, and I'm going to talk about this more on my personal channel, but I also don't love, like, birthdays can be high pressure sometimes, because in my opinion, if it's somebody's birthday, it is their day, and too many people don't know how to like get out of their own way in reference to like putting themselves first, even when something is supposed to be about somebody else. And I hate that. So like on this birthday, I made a concerted effort to be like, okay, my phone is going on do not disturb. It was a very small amount of people who could get through, who were like approved to get through to actually call me on my actual birthday. And I didn't want to talk to or deal with anybody who was going to call me like, oh, I got this going on, or oh, I got that going on, or like basically we're going to distract from that was my actual birthday. And part of me prepping for that was like, okay, I'm not going to make any plans with people, because when you include other people in your plans, then you have to consider them. Like, you have to consider how they feel about this. Does this person like to eat this? That, like, all of this. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So I came into my birthday and I'm like, I'm not asking nobody for nothing. I'm not like, whatever. And I included my friends in this, but then it was like getting closer to my birthday. I'm like, damn, I think I do really want to do a dinner, but only with my like closest friends, but we're all like spread out. And I didn't give everybody enough time to like plan to either come to LA or us to meet up in like Atlanta or Chicago or something like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll do something later on in the year. Because once I realized, oh, I do actually want to see my closest friends, let's do that. I didn't give enough time for it to be on my actual birthday. So I'm like, all right, I'll do it later on in the year. So I was talking to one of my homegirls about this, and she was just like, yes, you didn't tell us. Like, I thought that you really wanted to be by yourself. And da, 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 da. So she like kind of like the wheels got to turning for her. And she's like, well, I can't be there on her actual birthday, but I'm going to try to get there as soon as possible. And then this past weekend was that, or like last week to this weekend was that. And she like made this whole thing, and it was wonderful. I had some of the best dinner. We went to 2 dinners. It was lovely. We went to East's restaurant, Somerville. And I shot there before, but I never like went and ate there, like, and had the experience. It was freaking phenomenal. Like, I had the best time last week. All of that to say, I had a really great time, and I got to do and experience both sides. Like I got to be able to be on my own and like have my autonomy and not have to consider nobody on my actual birthday. And then I also had different things with people who like made a point of like celebrating me. So I'm so grateful for my birthday experience this year. Long story short. What else? Let me see. Let me get back in the chat. Sorry. Eva is not the villain. Eva is changing, evolving into her own person. Wiggs is the villain. That's my personal opinion. So Tasha, Eva actually is a villain. She might not be the villain, but she is a villain. And honestly, that is part of the problem when it comes to her character. That's part of the problem with a lot of people's characters in fiction and in real life. I am realizing more and more, especially like in this season of coverage that I'm in. I just got finished watching like Love Island. I don't know if y'all are Love Island girlies, but Casey on Love Island, there's been this big polarizing conversation around him about people holding him accountable versus giving him grace. And it's like the Casey defenders versus the Nia people. And for me, my biggest issue with Casey is that he wanted to be treated like a good guy while doing things that the bad guy does. And that is ultimately like a really strong theme for how I view life. You don't get the privileges of being a good person if you're not a good person. And I will say that not every single thing that you do in a moment is a definitive thing to speak to who you are, but you could be something in a moment and not be that. So you could be a terrible person in this season of your life. You could be a terrible person in this moment in your life and not be an overall terrible person. Cool. But at the moment that you are doing terrible deeds, you're going to be treated like you're doing terrible deeds. So you don't get to say, but I'm a nice guy, but I'm a nice girl, but I'm very sweet, and then make snarky comments about this person behind their back, gaslight this person in front of other people so that it looks like they are more aggressive than you are, even though you're the one who provoked certain things. You don't get to sleep with your half-sister's boyfriend and then claim that you're mature and that you're nice and that you've been trying the whole time to get along with her and she just won't comply. Like, those two things don't actually match up. And when you look at the list of things that Eva has actually done, they are villainous things. So you cannot watch her do villainous things and then say, but she's not the villain or she's not a villain. That's just, it just don't work like that. Now, could she be growing? Yes. I think that Friday's episode has been is the beginning of a turning point, but I am not giving her more credit than I believe that she earns in the moment that she earns it. And I'm also a person who is making peace with the fact that I'm usually early. Like, my pattern recognition, it's crazy. And I need to really, really give myself like full credit and honor to the fact that my intuition and my pattern recognition is really, really good. So there'll be things that I'll say in a breakdown, and it won't be for another 20 episodes that the thing actually will appear, or you'll get the confirmation of it, right? And I'll use the whole Eva and Kat thing as a prime example. For freaking months, people were just like, I don't know why Erica won't give Eva no grace. Erica won't give Eva grace. Erica just don't like Eva. Erica, da, 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 da. And it took Eva admitting to gaslighting Kat on that dang gone hospital bed for y'all to be like, oh yeah. But Erica had been saying it for months, that she is showing herself to be one way to everybody else and then behaving another way to Kat, and that is not right. That is trifling. That is ratchet. But y'all want to kick my back in because I won't take my foot off her neck because I see her doing these things. And even if it's a little bit more passive aggressive than aggressive, it is still damn aggressive and it's still damn wrong. It took for her to actually say it for anybody to be like, oh, well, I guess that's right. Yeah. Even though I had been saying it for 6 to 8 months. So I said all that to say, you're saying that Eva is not the villain, but she is a villain. And the whole, she's changing, she's evolving, that part of it is going to take time. And the part that the Eva lovers have to accept, if you actually want your character to be one of the strongest characters, is that the time period between her shifting out of her villain arc means that she has to accept it. Cause and this is something that like reverberates in my mind, right? Like GPS does not give you instruction, or it's not going to route you from a place that you're not at, right? And I look at it and I tell myself this all the time, like, the Lord is not going to come and cannot assist you in a place that you're claiming to be, but you're not actually at. So you want to say that she's not a villain or the villain. You want to say that she's nice. You want to say that she's this, but it doesn't account for all of the mindset, the behaviors, the thoughts that align with being those things. So until she actually accepts where she's actually at, she cannot grow through it. She cannot evolve from it, because she's lying about actually being there. And most of her supporters are lying too. Whether it's to us or themselves, I don't know, but that's just my thoughts on it. Let me catch up. Yes, I said that Leslie is like a menace now instead of a villain. Yes, for sure. The polygamist is so messy. Yes. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat, y'all, because y'all know I get to talking. You fell asleep on The Polygamist. I would say make it through episode 4 of The Polygamist, and then you're going to be hooked. As long as you can make it through episode 4. It's a lot of setup, and it's a little confusing because of how they handle the timeline and like how they're jumping around in the timeline. But once you get to episode 4, you're going to be in. I always give, if I start a series, I'm going to give it at least 3 episodes. I always tell myself that. I always give it at least 3 episodes. DeMarcus. Now, talking about Ted Richardson doesn't look bad compared to Janasi. You sure? Ted Richardson is how Janasi start. We met Janasi later on in life with a couple flashbacks to see, this is how this relationship happened, this is how this relationship happened. But Janasi's don't happen if Ted Richardson's don't start it, if you ask me. And Ted Richardson is 100% capable of becoming a Janasi of Fairmont Crest. In the beginning, she was a villain, but she's evolving. She's trying to be a better person. I stand on that, and that's just my personal opinion. I think that you can love Eva and also be honest about her. Like, I love Dani, and she's in the season right now where she's fucking up. She's dead ass wrong. Girl, what the hell is wrong with you? You're about to lose one of the greatest things that have ever happened to you behind some bullshit. And I love Dani down. And I'm not saying this like it's easy, right? Because even for me, the elevator thing happened when it came to Dani, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. And it took me thinking about, like, okay, so if this was a homegirl that I really love, would I be ready to throw her away? No. Okay, so if I didn't throw her away, then how would I handle it? I would be honest with her. But then how would you be mindful of her feelings? How would you be mindful of her trauma? Like, that is all the stuff that I really have taken into consideration. And now that's why I've come back and I'm talking about Dani in the way that I'm talking about her, because I do still care about her. I do still resonate with her, even though I don't resonate at all with any of the decisions that she's making right now in this cheating era of her story, right? And I think that that's my biggest issue when it comes to some of these fandoms, is that I believe myself, and I'm not perfect, right? I'm human just like everybody else, so I'm definitely fallible. And I feel like I hold myself accountable to the things that I'm trying to hold other people accountable to. However, in these fandoms, the bias gets a little bit too much, because you can have a character that you love. It's no shame. Like, everybody's going to pick whoever resonates most with wherever they are in their current life, what they might have experienced, who they look like, who they remind this person of. Cool. But loving a character does not mean pretending as if that character is perfect. I don't believe that is what love is. And that's usually where the discrepancy might pop up, when people might have a big issue with like how I talk about characters or how I do my breakdowns and things like that. Like, I personally believe that the truest form of love that you can possibly give somebody is truly seeing them, fully seeing them, or at least trying to see them fully. And when I say see them fully, that means see the good and the bad, see the light and the dark, right? And I'm saying that that's not easy, because most people haven't pushed themselves to that point to be able to navigate shadow selves and like ego death and things like that. So I know that it's not necessarily as common, but that's the part that's frustrating for me, being in conversation with people who like, oh, I love this character so much. It's like, but you don't love them enough to be honest. And I'm not saying that that's the case for you, Tasha, because you're new here. We're just having this conversation. You're typing in the chat, and I appreciate you. I hope I don't scare you off from typing in the chat. But I'm just saying in general, for like the thousands of comments that I get a week, some of the most prevalent things that I'm seeing is like, oh, I love this character, and I'm going to stand beside them. Standing beside them also look like what I'm doing right now with Dani Dupree. Standing beside her, loving her down, but knowing that she's dead ass wrong. And being able to say that. To me, that is the truest form of love, that not only that you can give to somebody or you can experience, but that you can actually project and show. I think love all around requires honesty. And I don't necessarily know. Eva hasn't started evolving yet. I don't believe. She definitely has the seeds for it. She has everything that she could possibly need to do it. Now it's just up to her to take action. Eva had villain tendencies because of Leslie, but she is trying to change. Okay. So, and I feel like I'm slowing down the chat. Also, do y'all want to call in like I do my All American Lives? Let me open up Discord. With my All American Lives, I let you call in. So if you want to talk, you can say this versus having to type things out. You just have to let me get the Discord up and run it real quick. So that you can call in, and I'll also respond to Demarcus's second super chat. Thank you so much again. Demarcus asks, who would you say is worse, Dana Leslie or Matipa? Dana Leslie, because Matipa, now don't get me wrong, she was trifling, but she was also young and misguided, and she really looked at Jonasi as a means to an end, and then also like fell in love, and it really became about love. I don't maybe I gotta think about that more, because my immediate thought was definitely Dana is worse than Matipa. But that's because I feel like Matipa wasn't trying to kill nobody behind this man. Like, Matipa's gonna fight for her man. She might get the slap boxing in the salon or get her ass kicked in the salon, but other than that, she wasn't going to do, to me, she didn't do too much. Leslie does entirely too much. She is trying to take lives that have nothing to do with Ted Richardson. Like, Laura is quite literally innocent. And here you go. Hold on, let me get y'all the link. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Dana Leslie. And that might be me giving Matipa too much credit, but I'm gonna stick with Dana Leslie. She's way worse. Okay, the link to join is in the chat. When you join, you will be placed in a Discord waiting room, and then once I see you are there, I will put you into the actual call, and then you'll be live, just so that we're clear. So you don't have to type out everything. If you want to call in and speak a piece, we can have the conversation. Where was I at before that? Oh, Aaliyah says that Eva is trying to change. I would also say this, right? Because if we're having a conversation about Eva, if you feel like Eva is evolving, if you feel like Eva has changed, what exactly has changed? What actual evolutionary steps have happened? Tasha says, and yes, like you said, there are a lot of villains on soap operas. It wouldn't be a soap opera if we didn't have villains. So yeah, yep. Where's Peaches? Who knows? Because I don't know. Child, they pull Peaches out every like quarter just to be like, oh yeah, she's still here, and oh yeah, Leslie has a heart. Like, no, no, thank you. Um, you definitely compare the polygamist to Beyond the Gates for sure. For sure. Part of my takes that I feel like people will be pissed about had some correlation to the two, and that's why I ain't said them yet. But uh, H2 Virgo says she just hasn't done villainous things lately. Is that part? It is that part. In the space where we will have like Kat doing apology tours to Martin and like just constantly like in reflection mode and consideration and like asking people, is this right? Do you think I'm stuck up? Do you think I'm this? Do you think I'm that? We have yet to have that with Eva. We have yet to see her actually think back on all of her behavior tied to all of the chaos that has come out and truly been like, dang, I shouldn't have did that. Or dang, I shouldn't have told my mama this. Hell, even Friday's episode, which I want to give her credit for, putting Leslie out, and that's like staking her a point like of staking her claim when it comes to her mama. And this is something I have been begging for her to do for so long, and I have said I am not giving Eva grace until she stands up to her goddamn mama, because while you are still in allegiance with your mama, you are now still a co-conspirator, honey. You are affiliated with the problem. Until you divorce yourself from the problem, you cannot be mad that people see your ass as a problem. So I appreciate her putting her mama out. But it's even when you think about that, like there should be a thought process or a thought moment for her of like, I told you that my dad was coming to look after me so you don't have to come. And then you came and you got overly flirtatious and you got weird, and then now he has to leave. Why am I still telling you stuff? We haven't even gotten that from her yet. Like, you're still telling this man about telling this woman about the whereabouts of the man that she's stalking. Why are you doing that? I don't give a damn that she's your mama. I really don't. So when it comes to like the Eva character and like trying to have that conversation, I look at the Eva lovers like, your girl ain't even holding herself accountable to her bullshit. Meanwhile, they got Kat down here apologizing to Martin at the moment and bullied her out of a damn liver. But y'all want me to give Eva grace, and she's not even stopping for a second. The first time that we got to see like, okay, this is a very clear one-to-one correlation of like, you did something that empowered your mama to do some dumb stuff, is when you told your mama that he was drunk at the damn at the hotel. What happened after that? Your mama goes and sleeps with this man. He's definitely responsible because it takes two people to tango. Cool. But your intel was the one that sicked her on him. And we have yet to have not one moment where she thought about like, damn, maybe I can't tell my mama nothing no more when it comes to my dad. We haven't even gotten that. Hi, Lisa Love. Welcome in, boo. Y'all, I'm behind on the chat. So if y'all just coming in, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up and read all of the messages. Hey, Dominic. Welcome in, boo. Are you in here?
Yes, I am. I am here. I'm here.
Oh, shit. Let me switch my mic. Hold on one second.
I don't know. I don't know if you chat here though, because I was just in the waiting room. Didn't want to interrupt your talk process, so you're speaking. So I was just waiting to share my little 2 cents for today's episode. A little bit behind with the Beyond the Gates myself as well.
I think they can't hear you. Go for it.
Anybody hear me? Testing. Want you testing? You hear me, Erica? Oh no.
Yes, I hear you great.
All right, cool. So what are we discussing today? Or what's the topic of discussion today?
Well, I'm really just going off of what everybody else in the chat wants to talk about. Tasha was talking about Eva and that she's not a villain, so I kind of like went from there and have been focusing on Eva a little bit. We haven't really talked about today's episode per se, but I'm really just trying to go off of the things that everybody wants to talk about.
The thing is with Eva is that Eva is, which is really, really sad because she's really trying her best to see, have grace for her mom, but her mom really does be doing some diabolical stuff sometimes. So like, come on, dear, come on, Eva. And then see, she'll be getting on a certain way. She gets on a certain way with Isaiah. She gets on a certain way with Martin. She gets on a certain way with Chelsea. But like the one person she has like the most animosity for is Kat. It's really, really sad to see that. But I don't see on that side of Twitter people rooting for evil. I see more people rooting for Kat and evil. So I meet them on the right side of the timeline. But
Probably your algorithm
yeah.
is algorithming. Yeah,
So
I can say that On my channel now is definitely, I guess, I don't know if the evil lovers have like gotten sick of my and stopped talking as much. um it's mostly when I go to like other people's channels that I see stuff, and then like when I was on Jen's channel a few weeks ago, that was a lot. Like it was just like, oh my god. But I don't see as much criticism for Kat since the liver storyline. But I also hate that because it took the girl to give up part of her damn organ for y'all to realize that she has been responding this entire time. Kat has never been the aggressor when it came to Leslie and Eva. And while some of the things might look like, oh, well, she's being shady because she has money, it also, most of it was literally just her intuition guiding her. And I don't love how easy it was for people to demonize her behind going with her gut and going with her feeling and not feeling comfortable with this particular girl. And then after finding out, okay, this is what you're here for, this is what your mama is here for, and standing on business about it, it's still, well, you just don't understand Eva, and Eva got a terrible mama, and da-da-da-da. It's like, yes, all of those things can be true, but you're still accountable for how you respond in the moment. The same way that everybody wants to hold Kat accountable, nobody's holding Eva accountable, and that's the part that just, it never made sense to me.
Correct, correct.
Um, Company Confidential says, I hate Tomas no Mas. He's sneaky. He presents one way, but he actually resents the rich and powerful. That's so interesting. Now, this is something that's new that has popped up in the comment section. I have been getting many more people like, I like Tomas, but I like Tomas, because y'all know I don't like Tomas. I've not liked him from the very beginning, and I don't enjoy the actor who plays him is either. I think that he is very one note, and he doesn't give anything to the actual character to make me care either way. But it's been weird seeing so many people like, I like Tomas, they're just not right for each other, Tomas is a good guy. And I'm just like, with each episode that passes, to me, Tomas is showing more and more that he's not actually a good guy, that he has ulterior motives, that this feels like a means to an end to him, but y'all want to decide to jump on his boat now and support him now. I don't understand that. How you feel about Tomas?
Me,
Yeah.
honestly, I just find it strange that, you know, for any sort of interaction that he has, to say, is always the same reaction, you know. I also found it strange that, uh, just 1 second. I found it strange that, he centered himself when you mentioned the engagement at the Dupree's household. That's like the only time I get to see him outside of that. But besides that, me and studying Thomas, I'm more studying Cat than Thomas, to be quite honest with you.
Mm.
But yeah, me, 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 we don't see Thomas too much besides you working him every other Wednesday or every every other business day. Every other business day. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Thomas
I'm
completely. I
I'm
don't I
getting
may say
so
I
many
wouldn't like him.
I'm getting so many comments now of like, be nice to Tomas and not too much on Tomas. And I'm like, where the hell did y'all come from? Because this is not new. Like, I have been whacking this boy from the very beginning. Tasha says,
Correct is right, correct is right.
sorry, what'd you say?
I said correct is right, especially how you whack him in the dream sequences that it will Thomas. None.
Whacking here. And now it's just, to me, it's I now have free range, because before I was just whacking him off of what I felt. Now to me, you're showing proof of like being sneaky, of being a snake, of being like, the confronting Naomi was crazy. Crazy. And the way that I'm seeing some people defend how he talked to Naomi, how he disrespected Naomi for what, like, it does not matter that he is a junior damn partner. Even if he was a named partner, you would not be able to speak to the owner of the damn law firm's daughter in that way. Like, what the
But
hell?
yeah. Hmm. Correct is
I
right.
wish one of my dad's employees would. I live in Los Angeles. My dad lives in Detroit. I do a ton of like secretarial things for my dad and like supporting him
Mm-hmm.
administratively. So a lot of people don't
Mm-hmm.
meet me until I like fly to Detroit and he might have me go do this thing. I wish the hell I would go to a contract signing or this or that and somebody decided to get up in my face like, don't get too comfortable because I'm the one who been doing da 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 da. I wish somebody would do that. Please do me a favor. Because the way I will lay your ass out from the west side to the east, all up and through the D. Are you? No, absolutely not. Tasha says, I pray that Andre doesn't come in with Dani and or Bill and Dani interacting and it ends in a bad way because I'm rooting for Dani and Andre's marriage to last and Bill just needs to kick rocks. He does. And after you watch today's episode, you'll see that he doesn't walk in. Somebody does walk in on them, but it's not him. Asim says, I feel bad for Kat. She literally had to give her liver away to save Eva. The Cat dream, can't believe the writers did that. They had Kat as the villain. That's what's so interesting to me because, and this is again, no shade, Tasha. I want you to continue to chat, but I love the points that you're making because they're great for me to like jump off from and like jump into. It is very easy for people to be like, Eva's not the villain, but they also, not necessarily you specifically, Tasha, but people also don't have a problem with Kat being presumed the villain. And I'm like, how does that work? Elaine, oh wait, Lorena says, I hope they show Tater Tot in PR with who he really is working for. I think he really wants to take Evil Genuine and the Duprees down. That is hilarious. You think that that Tomas is a mole sent from Puerto Rico to like infiltrate the Duprees and
That
Bill?
is that is that is a reach, but that is good
It
storytelling
is
if
good
that is the
story.
case.
It would need to get something because he
Because
doesn't
I can
he doesn't
remember,
make sense. Like Tomas just does not fit at all, and it's not even about him being of Latin descent. It's just like he sticks out like a sore thumb. He's so unengaged. He wants to like his lines say that he cares so much and he loves Kat, but his facial expressions never show that he gives a damn. It's just like what. Elaine says standing with your character is saying when they are wrong, but still stand overall I got them. Still saying overall I got them. Exactly. And that's something that I'm like
mhm.
literally learning in real time, child. Because episode to episode, I started this episode off today and I said, Dani, what the like Dani just she just stresses me out so bad. I need her and Bill not to be in the same room for a very long time. And honestly, I feel like this is the writers whacking my ass because y'all know for months I was like, I just love it. I love when Dani and Bill are in the same room together because he just suffers so much and he can't take it. And they have flipped the freaking script on me. Now they got Dani suffering. And I'm like, this is what it feels like on the other side. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Dani, what the hell are you doing? Why are you letting this man hug you? Why are you letting this man talk to you? Like, where's your gun at? Like, I just, I need him away immediately. Ugh.
Is it toxic for me to say that I enjoy their interactions this episode, like them going
A little
back
bit,
and
but
forth?
you know,
Because
we
feel like
all got a little toxicity. You know, it's a little toxic. It's a little toxic, but you know, our world is a little toxic. It's fine. Um, Company Confidential says the Cat Dream is when I stopped watching. You gotta keep watching because we gotta keep supporting Cat. But the Cat Dream was a lot. It was a lot. Cindy says, I'm not sure if Andre and Dani's marriage will last. Welcome in, Cindy. Cindy, you also posted a comment and said that Dani and Andre got married too fast. No, they did not. I am holding out hope for their marriage, y'all. And I know that this is about to be an uphill battle. And I know, like, I don't know about y'all, but I engage with media in a way where, yes, it's entertainment, but I also correlate a lot of it to real life. I also use it to, like, audit my thought processes and my mindset and frameworks that I use to like govern my own life. So I'm a girl who has now got into a place of I don't do cheating. I can't do cheating. So it is a very weird place for me to be in now, to like know that I will not accept somebody cheating on me, but I'm looking at Dani and Andre and I'm praying that Andre still, like, as long as Dani don't do it again. Because if Dani do it again, that's it. That's it. Girl, you got to go. You got to get the hell. But I am rooting for him to forgive her. It is the biggest mind. It is such great cognitive dissonance. And it's also putting me in a place of like, okay, so then what would that look like for you? Would you still be engaged in this way if these specific parameters? Because I feel like the Dani and Bill of it all is a lot different than just a simple she cheated, she never loved you, she don't care about you type of thing. I think it is way more complicated than that. So yeah, it that has been really messing me up. Oh, I got another super chat. Let me read that really quick. Hi Kimmy. Hope I spelled that pronounced that correctly. Thank you so much for the super chat. Bill gets on my nerves. Eva is definitely the villain. Hate they had Kat. Thank her for saving her relationship. Listen, I understood it for like where they're trying to go with these two girls and the progression of their relationship, but I hate that Kat is going to any of these people to have these conversations. I don't necessarily love the apologies and now this thank you, but you know what? I didn't like the Martin apology more. Like I'll accept the whole thank you to Eva, because it also feels like Eva needs this. Eva needs Kat to kind of like give her permission to show up better as a half sister. To like, let me try to figure out how I want to say this. Like now, it feels like because Kat did this thing, Eva's now going to try to do something. Whatever that's going to look like. And it sucks that she needs Kat to act first, but I think that it's something that needs to happen, unfortunately. So I'm not completely mad about their exchange. I appreciated Kat acknowledging it, right? Because let the Kat haters tell it, she don't ever see nothing good in Eva and doesn't ever recognize this, and she's immature and she da da da. And it's just like, this has been Kat this entire time. Like, what I respect about Kat is that she is, to me, a very honest character. She's honest in what she hates, and she's honest with what she's frustrated in. She's honest in what she loves, and she's honest in like, this was dope. I didn't anticipate you actually having my back in this way, so I'm gonna thank you for having my back, if that makes sense. But again, thank you so much, Kimmy tuned in for the super chat. Bill is such a your first part said that Bill gets on your nerves. Bill gets on my nerves too, and I hate that he has such like influence over my emotions while watching the show, because there's various points where it's like I've spent a bunch of time like, yes, Bill is suffering and I love to see it, yes, but over the course of that time you also get endeared to him, so then you also kind of are like rooting for him, and now he's in this space where he's like tormenting Dani, and I'm like, bruh, you can't do this. But also this is true to your character, and this is part of the character that I kind of like fell in love with, in reference to like not necessarily loving that Bill is a cheater or is trifling or is overly aggressive within his in his law practice. But what I really love about Bill as a character is how complex he is and how passionate he is and honest to himself, right? Like, he might not be honest with everybody that he encounters, but he's honest about who he is to himself, or at least who he believes himself to be in the moment. And then once new information is presented, then he's like, oh, wait, so this isn't how this was? Okay, now I need to adjust. Oh, Dani didn't feel protected in this relationship? Okay, now I need to adjust. And that to me is very intriguing. A person who is operating with a true, like, personality and real drives and motivation, some sense of loyalty, because while he was not able to be loyal to his wife, I do think that he loves his kids. Like, I think that he loves his daughters down. I think that Bill gives Ted a run for his money when it comes to being a good damn dad, and I have said that Ted is a terrible dad, and I will go as far as to say that I think that Bill might be a good one. I think that's the first time I ever said that.
That's funny.
I'm trying to
Good uncle.
see how it sounds, but yeah, Bill gets on my nerves too. Long story short, Bill gets on my nerves too, but he gets on my nerves because I like him and I don't want to like him. Thank you again. Hi, Katrisa Vibes. Welcome in. Some people wear their feelings on their shoulders. Some people who are brutally honest tend to rub them the wrong way. Oh, say more, Katrisa. I'm sorry. I might have read your comment late. I hope you're still in here. Hold on. I'm scrolling back up because I feel like I'm missing a lot. I'm behind on this chat, y'all. I get to rambling. How did y'all feel about Cat's Dream episode? Eric, I was pissed off. How y'all feel? I did a whole video about it, breaking it down, moment to moment. It was some bullshit. Lisa Love says there has been no self-actualization or evolving for Eva to date. I would agree. I think it's coming. I think she's capable of it. And I think that Amber, the actress who plays her, is brilliant and is going to give when we get to that point, if they ever get to that point. But up until this point, I would agree. I would agree. Did I miss something? She spoon feeds Leslie information, then asks, "What's all that noise?" Company Confidential says, when she spoon feeds Leslie Ted's whereabouts, that's the devil's work. Then she asks, "What's all the noise?" The fruits of your deeds, my dear. Exactly. Literally the fruits of your deeds. Leslie and Eva have been trouble since they first appeared in the show. They first appeared in season 1, episode 2, from the beginning. And back then, she was a little bit more outward in like her vitriol, but I still feel like seeds of that is still brewing. Even if she's not as like outward with it. The time I felt like was the perfect time for Eva to pivot was the anniversary, right? When she was crying and Amber was, Amber deserved an Emmy for that. She's crying and she's like talking to Kat and she's like, "I'm so sorry." And she's like, the weight of all of it is hitting her. I felt like that was the moment where she was actually supposed to like branch off and like do something different. And that would have been separating herself from her mama. Her mama threw her out that night. Her mama threw her ass out and she has still not been able to create distance between her and her damn mama. Even after that lady threw you out after using you in that way. Everything literally hit you in the face that particular night. You got to see the weight of all of this deception and destruction that your mama planned. Clear as day for you. If there was any time for you to pivot, for you to try to go into a evolutionary journey, it would have been that one, and she didn't. And it was even after her mama put her out. Instead, you let your damn daddy dress you up like Cat and take your ass down to the damn country club. Like, do we really remember season 1, y'all? Because I remember what was going on. I want them to bring back Laura, and I want Leslie to be accountable on what she did to her. Me too. I think it depends on who your experiences resonate with and whose side you're on. Katrisa, I agree. But then again, this is also where it gets a little bit complicated for me because on paper, I identify most with Eva. But I also call it Eva's bullshit. And I talked about that. I don't think I talked about this on this channel, on my channel, but I talked about this on Jen's channel when I was live with her. And I pointed out, like, I think part of the reason why I hold Eva to such accountability is because I actually have sisters. And I had half-sisters. I have half-sisters, but one of which hated me pretty much our whole entire lives. Hated me. Tried to incite physical altercations numerous times with me. Like, it was bad. Okay? All the way up until like my 30s. It was terrible. Terrible. We're 6 years apart. She came when I was 6 years old. And probably, maybe the craziness started when she was 5. And part of that was her mom like feeding her information about me, about how my dad preferred me to her or whatever. Mind you, I did not live full time with my dad. My dad moved to Detroit shortly after I was 2 or something. I started going to Detroit every summer when I was 3, and was born in Baltimore. My dad met my mom in Baltimore, and he went to college, Wayne State. I mean, he went to grad school, Wayne State in Detroit, and that took him to Detroit. So I would spend every summer with my dad, and the school year with my mom. And my dad was very strict about it. Like, the day after school gets out, her ass is on a plane, and she's not coming back until the day before school starts. That's it. Over that course of time, I get sisters, and each of me and my sisters are 6 years apart. So me and my middle sister are 6 years apart, and my youngest sister is 6 years younger than her. My middle sister struggled. I think that she wanted to be an only child. Honestly, I'm not even gonna hold you. I think that she really wanted to be an only child, and she struggled with the idea of me. She struggled with the presence of me, and it wasn't until I feel like maybe I was 30. Maybe I was 30, and I was like, all right, I'm done with this. We don't ever have to speak again. Like, we had a come to Jesus moment outside of a yogurt shop randomly where I laid my middle sister out. I told her everything. Like, girl, I got too much going on in my life to be worrying about trying to kiss your ass and do this and do that and da-da. And that was the first time that I ever really like confronted her in a way. And then that led me to like be honest and vulnerable about some things that was happening. And her biggest thing that she told me at the time was that she was pissed, or had been pissed for so long, because she felt like my life looked perfect. She felt like everything just worked out for me. I went to college on a basketball scholarship, and I went to grad school on a volleyball scholarship. Like, all of these things was happening. Like, every time she looked up, I was here and I was there and I was doing this and I was doing that. And as an older sister, and this is crazy, I should probably put this in a video, but as an older sister, I never really like wanted to show my younger sisters like problems. Like, I felt like it's my job to like support them and protect them and do this and do that. So it was very clear that she wasn't clued into like, oh, Erica's life has not been a cakewalk, but she was assuming for most of her life that my life has been a cakewalk, and she resented me for it. And it wasn't until that time when I laid her ass out that all of that actually came up. And then she was just like, oh wait, I didn't know this. And I took that as an opportunity to be like, yeah, and this is some other stuff that you don't know. This has happened to me, and this has happened to me. And then she's just like, her mind is blown. And from that moment on, our relationship shifted. So, and going back to Eva, I'm like, I have experienced that sister that can't stand you, the sister that don't want you around, the sister that like, and it might not even be for like the best reasons. Like, her reason was like, girl, what the, like, it seems like you have had the best life, and you are prioritized, and you are this, even if you've had a harder life that I don't know about. Whatever your reasons are, or whatever your reasons. But even with that, even with catching hell from my middle sister for years, I always treated her like a sister. I always responded to her in the way that I wanted to respond, and not just in a reaction to her doing some crazy shit to me. And that's even when she was trying to fight me. Like, I have like diffused physical altercations with her versus whooping her ass like I should have, because this is my sister. So when I look at Eva and I'm like, you got all this vitriol for Kat, and yes, your mama instilled this in you. Your mama told you this, your mama told you that, but you're not a puppet. You still have your own mind, right? And my mom and my sister's moms did not get along, right? But I still used my own mind to discern what was right, what was wrong, how I felt about people. Like, that's the part that I don't respect about Eva, is because yes, you grew up with this narcissistic, crazy ass mama, but you're an adult now. Now you're an adult who's been thrust into additional resources. So you have all of the tools that you could possibly need at your disposal to formulate a new worldview, and you're not doing it. That's a choice. This is no longer you are the victim of your mama's mistakes and your mama's misgivings. Now you are making certain choices, and I can't respect that. I gotta put that together a little bit better, put that in the video. But I don't think I've ever really explained to people that. But to your point, Katrisa, like, typically, yes, you would gravitate towards the person that you resonate the most with. But I think that in this case, I'm more critical of Eva because I've lived it and I made different choices, and I made the choices that I feel like she should make. I know I'm so behind on this chat
I
now.
I I I, I agree with you as well. Um, the last question I probably want to ask you, before I have to go and study in a couple of minutes. Is how do you think Eva as a character should, approach Kat in if she wants to actually build a bridge and form a relationship with her sister?
Humility. I think that, and this is gonna sound crazy because it's like, oh, you just want her to kiss Cass ass. No, I don't want that, but I do think that she needs to put more respect on Cass' name. I think that while she's trying to cultivate a relationship with her dad, she needs to respect that the version of Ted that she's getting had to come at the expense of Kat, and like honor that, right? So I think that she needs to show up with more grace. I think that she needs to show up with more understanding, and I want to see more times where she just eats. Like if Kat says something a little slick, eat that. Sometimes you gotta eat that. I have eaten so much off my middle sister. Like some of the things that I think back, it's just like, Erica, no, you was just being too nice. And I'm like, no, that's my sister, and I had bigger fish to fry. Like I people outside, oh yeah, mink, mink, mink. Like, yes, the one, too. But, like, when I looked at my sister, it's just like, no, this is my sister. Like, we'll figure it out, whatever, whatever. And I want to see that from Eva. I want her to, one, to give Kat more grace in front of other people. And then, two, to hold Kat down when Kat is not around. So with Tomas, it looked like, well, you should have asked, cool, cool, cool. But then also when it comes to her mama, no more kitty cat bullshit. Don't talk. Don't get to talking about Kat. Don't talk about my sister. Don't talk about my damn sister. Anybody got some smart to say about Kat? You can't say that in front of Eva no more. Those will be the beginnings, I think. Before we even get to her engaging with Kat, her defending Kat behind Kat's back would be a great start to me.
Thank you for answering my question, E. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your live streaming and chatting.
All
Right, take
right.
care.
Happy studying.
Bye. Thank you, E.
Lisa Love says the last straw for me was Tomas when he gave Naomi smoke for being in Bill's office. I don't play about legacy and generational wealth. Hello? Hello? Like, sir, please. Now you really got to go. We already knew that you was not right for Kat, but now you talking big catch to Naomi, the same Naomi that made sure that you got to keep your job behind the scenes and never even said boo to you about it. All right, it's time for you to go. You have used up all the time that you have been allotted. I did want to say I wish I would. How does Kat not see that Tomas is using her, especially after today? Like, girl, everyone is trying to get you to open your third eye. How does Kat not see that Tomas is using her? Because he is her first. And I think that's the part that we don't pick up on or don't remember often enough. Tomas is her first committed relationship. Tomas is her first potential engagement. Tomas is her first sexual encounter. And with that first comes a ton of privilege and rose colored glasses. And I'm saying this because y'all have known I have wanted Kat to walk away from Tomas for a very, 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 very long time. And I was thinking about I was working on some videos and I was like about to come at Kat really, really hard about it. And then I stopped and I was like, but wait, what was it like with you and your first? And baby, my first got to run amok in my life. That man, Lord, the things that I forgave, the things that he got away with, the things that I excused, the things that I like, I don't know. I just made made other excuses for. It's crazy. Oh my goodness. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. How are you? Oh wait, it dropped. Okay, come back. Edify, we haven't talked since the freaking All American Lives last year. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts around this. But pop back in, boo, because you dropped down when I dropped you in. I need someone. new to come in and make Cat because she can do better. She can totally do better. And I was thinking about a video, y'all, where I talked about all the characters that I wanted to come onto the show and like what would they do. Are y'all interested in something like that? Let me know in the chat if you would like me to do a little bit, because I got in my writer brain a little bit and I'm like, if I was able to be like a writer's PA or, you know, a little bottom feeder writer, new writer into the show, what would I be pitching? And I got a whole slew of characters like boom, 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 this. If y'all want to know what that is, let me know and I'll make a video for it. It's for Leslie to confess to the police for attempting to murder Laura twice and Haley to get exposed. Enough is enough. It's time. It's time. It is time. If you guys want to call in, just click the link and it's going to take you to the waiting room. And then once I see you in there, I'll bring you in onto the actual call. It is via Discord. So you will basically join my Discord. It's completely free, 99, child. And it will take you into there. If you're already in the Discord, you can go into the live chat waiting room and then I will plug you in. Edify! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh. You're a little low, but I can hear something. Edify, you there? What? Edify Style, you are live. Oh. You're a little low, but I can hear something. Okay, now I can hear myself.
Hello?
Yes, you're here. Edify, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, you gotta turn YouTube down because I can hear the echo.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hi.
How are you? It's been forever. Like since what? All American last year?
My technology is failing me.
Oh. Can you hear me?
I'm here. My technology is failing me.
Oh, it's probably just a little delay because you're listening from YouTube, huh?
I don't know where to begin, Erica. I don't
know. What's your strongest feeling?
My technology is failing me.
I'm gonna keep reading some of the chat and you just jump in.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but let me get out and come back.
Okay. Bill, let me see. It's time for Leslie to confess. Bill told Tomas to report back to him about the girls. I wonder if that's why he stepped to Naomi. Or stepped to Kat. Tomas' character is a joke. Others who auditioned for his role must have been horrible. I cannot. As he got to confess. Okay. Sorry, Erica. I agree with Cindy. They were very drunk and both were okay with the annulment until she realized she got under Bill's skin. Okay, H2 Virgo. Yes, I'm not saying that y'all are wrong in that, right? What I'm saying in reference to like Dani and Bill, not Dani and Bill, Dani and Andre moved too fast. I don't agree with that because while the setup wasn't perfect and while the setup was like so much like organic in the moment or sometimes impulsive things, it actually wound up being the thing that both of them needed at the time that both of them actually needed it. That's my biggest point. So I don't think that them getting together was a mistake. I don't think that it was too rushed because I think that Dani needs Andre at this particular point in her life. I don't think that if Andre doesn't ever materialize that she actually moves through to a place where she can see herself, both past versions as well as her current version, and is able to truly move through like releasing Bill. And I know that she hasn't fully released him yet, but I think that she's a lot further along than she would have been if Andre never really materialized. Hi Kiki. Kiki says I'm so sick of everybody treating Kat like me too. And I've been like this from the very beginning. The very beginning. Leslie and Haley need their downfalls ASAP, surely. They need them ASAP, for sure. The dream was crazy because that's not how Eva describes her upbringing. They also, the writers, I feel like, have pivoted how she explains it, because when we first met Eva and she was talking about Alan, she was like, yes, Alan wasn't overly affectionate, but he did the bare minimum. He did what needed to be done. And then most recently, when we hear her talk about Alan, she talked more negatively about him. And I feel like there was a switch up that happened. So it's really hard to tie the dream and like it being wrong because of like how Eva described her past, because I think that the writers have pulled an okie doke a little bit. I just want to know, when are they going to catch Haley in the act, and who's going to catch her? I hope that Naomi catches her, but they probably won't have Naomi catch her, because if Naomi catches her, it's going to be up and it's going to be stuck. I wonder if I want Tomas to not come back from Puerto Rico, but I think he is coming back. Hey, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm better. It's been a 2026.
Oh, really?
Yes, but I had to talk about my story.
Come on. How you feeling so far with where we at in season 2?
There are highs and lows. I'm mad at Dani. I'm not gonna lie. I'm mad at Dani, but the cast looks amazing, which is to distract us from how mad I am at Dani. And Bill ain't ish right now, looking at her like she a whole snack. not the way he looking at Haley, because he looking at Haley like, why you still here?
Why are you still here?
Because he looking at Dani like she was like a whole like charmeuse mint Dubai chocolate snack today. I was like, listen, and I was like, Bill, don't look at her like that.
Stop
don't
looking
do
at her
that.
like,
She's not yours.
unhand her.
She's not yours, sir.
He grabbed Dani. I said, Dani, get away from him. He is a demon.
Restraining order. Get out. You need a dog. You need that dog from Coming to America.
She needs something. I really feel like the writers flipped the script on me, because oh my goodness, for the last 6 months, I was just like, yes, I love every bit of it. Dani, yes, make him suffer. And now I feel like the writers are just like, oh, okay, you want to see some suffering? Here you go. And they flipped the script.
I love the love square we're in right now. I guess it's the love square. If Haley's love is love, between her and Andre and Bill, and I guess he loving Haley to an extent. But I'm like, Andre, I think Andre gonna find out. I think he gonna see them kissing, and he gonna hold on.
I hope he don't find out that way. I need him not to find out that way. That is too much. That is too much.
He's gonna find out that way. It's gonna be something left field, or someone gonna send him a picture randomly. Because you already know that Koopa Coco Puff's Dana Leslie is already trying to recruit Haley.
Yeah.
It's a setup.
It's a scheme set up by Todd. I don't want Andre to hurt because of this. I still want him to hurt for how he was doing Kat at the hospital. But I don't want him to hurt behind this, because I think that he has been so exemplary in his partnership with Dani. And I hate this, because now this is going to become the talking point for raggedy Negroes. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Raggedy Negroes who never really wanted to be about anything anyway. It's going to be the excuse of, this is why we can't be loyal to these women. This is why. And I'm just like, the red pill talking points. I can't. I really like who Andre has become in this relationship. I think that he has found himself in a way that he has never been able to truly meet himself before. And even with Dani cheating, right? Even with this big ass mess up, I don't think that should take away from who he has been to her and who he could continue to be, but not simply because it best serves Dani. I think it also serves him. Like, him operating from this space, him being Dani's husband, has to me shown him to be a really strong, formidable ass man. And I don't want him to use Dani's transgressions as an excuse to like devolve into his goddamn uncle.
I don't see it that way. I think it gives Andre the opportunity and the writers the opportunity to be able to show forgiveness in a way I don't think
Mm.
we've actually seen from a spouse who's been cheated on
Mm-hmm.
and actually stay in the relationship. We've seen with Nicole and Ted. I know you drag Ted on a regular basis. I watch the videos. I know you drag him regularly, but it was immediately divorce. I'm done. It's over, said and done.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we know Dani wanted to forgive Bill in the beginning of the series, he ultimately decided to still stay with bobbleheaded Barbie,
Yeah.
your phrase. And I think this gives an opportunity for maybe them to show growth in Andre's character and willing to stay and love her through the entire situation.
Yeah.
I think he'll stay. It's not gonna be pretty,
I'm
but
hoping
I think he'll
so.
stay.
Because I think that story, like you said, it does not get told, but it is very valid and it happens. There are people who cheat once and never cheat again. Not everybody is Bill Hamilton.
True, but I also think it gives the perspective. I think from the male perspective of when the men are cheated on, we don't really see that side of it, and
Mm-hmm.
the man stays and he stays, and I still love you. I'm not willing to abandon what we have, especially since they came out of this. We were smashing buddies, and then it came from that to like I think I actually do like you. I think I actually love you. I'm in love with you, and here we currently are. I think he's more understanding than probably what we think
Yeah.
he's what we're seeing, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm
I
I'm
want him
I'm
to
I'm waiting to
be
see.
I want him to be so bad. I want him to be so bad. I need Dani to like this needs to never even be a option moving forward. But that's also why she has to tell him. Nobody, he cannot find out no other way. If we want a true path through forgiveness and into reconciliation, she has to be the one to tell that man what happened. And then give him space to respond however he chooses to respond.
I believe she's capable, but I don't think she will. I think she's too ashamed because the way we've seen her drag
Yeah.
Haley and Bill from episode one until the whole elevator situation, she's been dragging
Yeah.
Bill hitting his slew of infidelities, been dragging Haley for being a part of the infidelities, and for even Ted dragging him as well. And then for her to commit the same act, it's like
Yeah.
I'm no better than the rest of them.
But the thing about it is like this act might not be any better or different, but you and Andre are different and better, right? And this is so
True.
funny. So if you watching right now, hey, but one of Jen's regular panelists, Var, is always talking about how Dani and Andre's relationship was built on a house of cards and it's been built on lies. And I just disagree, right? Like I think that they both met each other at their lowest, and because of that, they were able to truly see behind the mask that these people were putting on for everybody else. So yes, you are ashamed of this particular decision, but you were also ashamed of that you were the woman that was begging to be back with this man, and you've already walked back through memory lane with that. You didn't divulge various points of like this happened and this happened and this hurt me, and Andre was there to listen and not judge. So for me, what is the difference? Like aside from you doing this to Andre, what is the difference in that shame and this shame, Bookie? But it shouldn't be. And if he had the capacity to hold space for the shame tied to all of the various transgressions that Bill laid at your feet, and he was able to recontextualize that for you and offer you more grace than you even had for yourself in the moment, then why in the hell would you rob him of the opportunity to do that for himself and you in a moment that y'all are in together?
It's just shame. I mean, I think it's shame one, disappointment two, because I think more Dani always felt like she always had the moral high ground, and
Mm-hmm.
her family's always been the ones who kind of always done led the moral high ground. We saw with Eva when the whole bomb dropped and how Anita pulled her to the side and was like, "Hey, I know you were a pawn on the tool, and I'm sorry for that, but also we ain't got no fellowship with you." The same
Yeah.
thing even with Ted, even allowing him to kind of still be around, even still with Bill leaning on him and his untoward ways of doing business. They've always kind of had that moral high ground. And then for Dani to kind of do this to Andre, even in this heightened moment, I'm about to die in an elevator. I'm trapped in. There's sexual tension. This man's
Yeah.
looking good. I'm looking good. And I'm about to die. All right, let me get this off. It's like I don't have the moral high ground anymore.
Right. But for me, it's like you had the moral high ground over Bill, not within your relationship with Andre. So like that to me, this reason, which I think is very valid, I think you might be spot on, also lends itself to like, girl, this is part of the problem with you and like not being able to move on because you're trying to hold on to moral high ground over. He's on the ground, girl. He's on the ground. Don't nobody give a good goddamn. And for me, like, yes, people could eventually find out, but you telling Andre is the only person who actually needs to find out. Your family don't even have to find out unless Bill or Andre tells them, and that's up to them. But I think that Dani should only give a damn about how she looks in Andre's eyes. Her trying to maintain the moral high ground over Haley is stupid. Her trying to maintain the moral high ground over Bill is stupid. Girl, you found them in your damn bed when you were out being a manager to y'all's child. You will never not have the moral high ground over that man. So why are we fighting for that? We need to be fighting for our maintained place within this relationship that is more meaningful than anything, any of the years that you have had with Bill. Outside of like having the damn kids with him, what you have with Andre is way more important than anything that you have done with Bill thus far. So why are we prioritizing that, right? And I get it. I think that you're right because that is how she psychologically moves, but she needs to shift that. Like Andre and how he perceives her, if anybody's perception is going to matter to Dani, it needs to be Andre's, not anybody goddamn else. Because you ain't in a relationship with everybody else.
True, and point's very, very valid. But I think to your point about why the moral high ground to her is so important, I think is also what's always been said. She's a Dupree. She's Bernard and Anita Dupree's daughter, and that does hold a lot of weight around it. They've always kind of pedestalized themselves as being these moral high ground, these people that always take the high road. When Anastasia was coming for them in the country club several times, they usually always go high. When what's her name? When the granddaughter was coming for Samantha. Cassie. They always, her. They always go high. They are the Michelle Obama's mantra.
But
when
Dani
they go low,
is the red-headed stepchild of that group. Like, yes, she is a Dupree, but she's the chaotic Dupree. So if anybody can squeeze in like some truth and a little bit like, oh, we got to clean this up, it's you. You've been that person. You've been the person the family got to clean up the mess for.
Not the mess. But you're right. I mean,
it's not like you Nicole. If it was Nicole, then I'm like, all right, you really give a damn what these people think. But Dani, stop. Please stop. You have not given a damn enough for it to really matter now. And this man, you need to not lose this man. This man is one of the greatest things that have ever happened to you. I need you to get yours together. And at this point, Pamela, just move in because we ain't gonna be able to keep Dani straight with your ass. Where are you at, girl? I need her to move into Fairmont Crest or at least do something.
She's trying to recruit models. She's trying to get Banneker man off of Banneker and actually on a campaign shoot. That's what she's trying to do.
Sure. Bump the models, like, Pamela. We need you here as the life coach to Dani Dupree until she gets through this storm. The way that Bill grabbed her ass up at the top of this episode, I said, Dani.
She liked it.
We are in danger.
Whether she don't want to admit it, she did. She liked it.
And I need her to figure out what is it going to take for her to stop liking it. And that's the part that I don't know because, like I said, I gave the example of, actually, I was talking about Kat with this. But this came up when I was thinking about the breakdown for today's video. Do we think that Bill is Dani's first?
I think he is the first love on this particular level. The same way I think that Tomas is Kat's first love on this particular level. It's one thing when you're dealing with like puppy love or like those kind of first, instances of actual feel a relationship. But when you have somebody who's on your level mentally, emotionally, sexual attraction, all those different cylinders are being fired off. He gets you and he sees you. That's difficult to really let go of. And that's the reason why even in the first week, she was like, Bill, I'll take you back. That's hard to let go of. Even I think in one of the episodes when she was doing something crazy in one of the restaurants, and Haley was like, "Why are you with her?" And Bill was like, "Part of the craze is part of the attraction to me. It's they're like magnets to each other. He
Mm-hmm.
calms her down, then he also stokes her fire, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hard to let go of versus Andre, who is the epitome borderline of chill outside of Jacob, because Jacob just is as ice cold period most of the time. He don't really elevate voice and nothing else. But next to him, it's Andre, who's just chill and everything else. So I think they have that magnetic pull against each other, which made them work, but also, as we clearly see, has also been a detriment to the relationship.
Today's episode really made me think. Like, I think that Bill could have been her first sexually as well, and that changes a
Really?
lot. That changes a lot. Like
That's a
that
long wait.
that puts you in a, well, they met when she was like modeling, and didn't she like take off when she was like 18 or something, and talking about being in Milan and this and that. When I really think back on the background that they gave about Dani, I'm like, wait, she was very
Trash.
young when her and Bill got together. Like, she was in Milan and doing this and doing that at 18 and 19, and then retired at 20, 21 to be married with this man. So to me, that part is not outside of the realm of like if he was her first sexually. Now that changes so much. Like, that to me is what, not excuse or make the things that she's doing okay, but now I can better understand of like the pull, because there is a certain piece of like ownership that comes up with your first sexual partner, I think.
That's valid. Even though I wish they would have given her a longer stint in the industry. Like,
Yeah, me
she was
too.
listed between 18 and 25, and it's okay because you a phenom in 2 years. That make you sound like Tyra Banks. So make that math for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
But that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, it's Bill and Dani, and I love seeing the tension between them because it's really good on set. The chemistries on
It,
set, but it's
I
also
only like
like
seeing it when he's the one suffering. I don't like when he got the upper hand over my girl, and he be playing her ass like a fiddle, and I'm just like, stand strong, Dani, stand strong.
but let's be honest, she like being played though, because it ain't the first time, and this is a different when it's different when she was on the receiving end of it and didn't know what was or being oblivious or being
Mm,
obtuse to it. She knows now.
mm-hmm.
She's fully her eyes are fully wide open. She was an accomplice in the infidelity. It
Yeah,
wasn't like,
yeah,
oh, I'm the other woman or I didn't know.
yeah.
No, and that's what I think that's the tension. He's like, you're in this with me, play in the mud with me. She's like, I'm trying to get out the mud. He's like, you like the mud because I'm in
Right,
here too.
right.
It's messy, and that's what
Super
we monkey. That's what
Taurus
we love in
says
soap opera.
trauma bonding. I want to go ahead and dispel this. I don't think that Bill and Dani are trauma bonding or bonded, because I think that they actually fell in love very young, and trauma bonding would require an actual traumatic event to put y'all two together. They met at like one of Vernon's like fundraisers or something. I can't remember the specifics of it, but it was not a traumatic event. Bill introduced trauma into their marriage by his infidelities and his pompous attitude and his arrogance and all of that. But for them to be trauma bonded, they would have had to meet at the precipice of a traumatic event and maintain their relations to one another through that.
I don't think they're trauma bonded. I think now speaking of trauma bonding, I wonder are Eva and Kat now trauma bonding because they're a lot more civil than we've seen in recent episodes. Post transplant and everything else. So I wonder are they now trauma bonded and how they will evolve in their relationship as a whole.
Mm, I don't think so. I think
Okay.
because they had a trauma introduction and that didn't uh move them in that way. So it creates a little bit different like context. I think that who Eva is experiencing in Kat now is who she would have got if she was actually remorseful for the that she did.
Hmm.
I think that Kat has always been this girl, but because Eva was put in a life altering circumstance, now she had more of a reason to like bring that forward. But had Eva had more humility, had Eva not be helping her damn mama hide murder and telling where the damn daddy at and all of this other kind of stuff, I think that they could have gotten to this place sooner. Had Eva not been gaslighting Kat, talking big cash to Kat's face and then playing in front of everybody else, I think that they could have gotten here. So to me, I don't think that the relationship that they have now is because of the trauma that they experienced around the organ donation. It literally would have came if Eva wasn't raggedy.
Not raggedy. But I'm not gonna hold you alive because I know you got other things to talk about. But I do have a question for you. What do you think is gonna take for Dana Leslie to snap and go full-fledged scorched earth on Fairmont Crest?
Eva to cut her off completely, which is why I have been advocating for it for the last 8 months.
For story purposes or for Eva's growth?
Both.
You want Leslie to go scorched earth on Fairmont Crest? I'm scared.
Hell yeah. I want her to give everything that she got so we can get rid of her for good. I don't want her to have nothing else in the tuck.
Do you think he's capable of murder?
Do I think who's capable of murder?
Leslie Dana.
Yes. 100%.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
love Leslie Mann is who plays her, right? Mann Grant, sorry.
So,
But I'm over this version of Leslie. So yeah. If next is her going scorched earth because Eva has shut her out and because she don't want to play ball and she don't want to get her together, she thinks that Eva's playing games when she says stop hitting on my damn daddy. I would love that. I think that that would be something that's worthwhile watching. I don't enjoy watching Leslie like circle the drain in her lowbrow pedestrian ass menacing behaviors, especially given the whole, oh, you got my daughter a liver, I'm going to change my ways, only to now she's just like she's slipping right back into what she was before. So if she's going to do anything, yes, I would love to see her go scorch earth so that we can deal with that.
I mean, if she does, I could see her killing Dolph Ted. I know you would love that.
I actually don't want Ted to die, but I think that would be poetic justice. I think that would be poetic justice for sure. Yeah, I don't want Ted to die. I want Ted to be accountable. I don't want Ted to die. I want him to grow up. I don't want Ted to die. I want him to stop being a narcissist. And I want to stop getting examples or very valid receipts to be able to point out his narcissism. How in the hell do you get invited to Orphe Jeans to have these specialty ass milkshakes that you have with your daughter, which is a callback to whatever y'all used to do before that brings her comfort, brings her peace, and she wants to ask you advice and y'all get to talking about you? Theodore. What the hell? So no, I don't want Ted to die. I want him to suffer and grow the hell up. Ugh, he makes me so mad.
I didn't mean to bring up Theodore. I know how you feel about him.
No, you're fine. I just can't believe it. And people were like, "Oh, Erica, you need to give Ted a break." How am I supposed to give Ted a break when Kat goes out? You are over there at that damn apartment bringing Eva breakfast on the damn couch, but Kat gotta go to Orphe Jeans, order a milkshake, call you to come and administer over her damn life and give her some goddamn advice. And even when she says that she's looking for some damn advice, you switch it up and it gets to talking about you and Shanice. Ted, please. Y'all want me to get this nigga a break? He won't even give himself a break. Like, am I the only one who looked at that scene and was like, are you kidding me right now? How in the hell did we get to talking about Ted and Shanice when we supposed to be talking about Kat and damn Tomas? Ugh.
Maybe it's parallels, I mean.
I don't give a damn about no damn parallel. Oh, Ted makes me so mad. He can't stop thinking about himself for 5 minutes. Elle Rose lead back to Ted's ass. You like Ted as a character?
Me personally?
Yes. I mean, if you do, it's
honestly,
great. No problem.
No. When I sit back and think about it as a character, no. I think Ted is really kind of actually quite quite kind of silly and a little bit stupid because if you like, you paid Bill to get rid of Dana. She clearly came back, and kind of how he treats his daughters is kind of sort of trash. Pressuring Kat to give a part of her liver, not necessarily the greatest thing in the world. The whole thing about, I'm betting on me, and I'm gonna get Nicole back, something like that. When he was betting himself on the money, and the Freeze were like, put money on it. Personally, I like the actor who plays him better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the actor who plays him brings a lot more emotional depth, emotional range, facial expressions. I like the fact that Ted's actually standing up to Leslie Dana. It's a bit too late. Personally, I'm
Finally,
just like,
hello.
you should have been done this. Like, sir, like.
You know I don't like when you call me that. Do she know that? Because this is the first time I didn't heard you say it. How she know?
Like, Ted choke her out one time, and he no, not choke her out, but just let her know that this is a boundary. Like like Ted knucklebuckle at or something. Like
something.
When she sees Bill, she's just like, I'm gonna go over here somewhere.
Uh-huh.
This man over here going. But with Ted, it's like, hey, Teddy Betty, Teddy Williams, and they're like, ain't you too old for this? For these names, sir? How you got grown ass kids and you talk about Teddy Weddy, my teddy bear? I'll be like, call me that one more time, see what's gonna happen. It's a boundary, like, and it's a comment to see what's gonna happen. One more time. And even
I wish you would. I wish, like, he need that I wish you would energy with her, and he don't have it. And they want me to give this man some grace. I ain't giving him nothing but my foot in his ass every day. I'm never coming up off of Ted ever, because it makes this. Ted is the personification of what's wrong with society, if you ask me. And I ain't gonna take it all philosophical, but he is. He is.
Okay, that's a deep dive conversation on Ted's character, arc video.
100%.
Because I'm like, but for me, it's also like I'm not a fan of Ted because it's just the fact of you had an affair. That's one thing, but then you're more outraged about not being forgiven, not as much about her blowing up your entire life. Like, she literally fired a missile, called your daughter at your entire life, and you mad at the fact no one's gonna forgive me for what happened. It's like, bro, like, she blew up your life intentionally, and you ain't got no, and you ain't trying to choke her out. Like, you ain't busted into the hotel. What the hell, Dana? What you think you doing? And then
nothing.
I mean, she may like the aggressiveness, but even still, just like, Joey, I need you to get rid of her. Randy, yo, Doug's homeboy. You work for Joey, right? Take her out for me. How much you cost?
How much you cost? Because I already paid her $50,000 to disappear, and I'm still seeing her.
Because that 50 could have been a deposit to get rid of her.
Hello.
I'm just, and yeah. So Ted's not my favorite character. I think he adds drama, of course, to it. But even me personally, I kind of want Nicole get a little knuck and buck sometimes. Like,
100%.
Nicole, you want a 3-inch heel? Take that sucker off and hit her in the eye. Just when choking her in Orphe jeans was not enough. No,
it was not enough.
Choking
her in Orphe jeans, and then he still took her home. It's almost like he backspace deleted the ass whooping that she was trying to give because you took her home, Ted. She should have walked.
I'm just sitting there like Nicole, your family got enough money and Lord to get you out of anything you have. Like, yo, your father was a senator, your son is a congressman, your sister keep a Glock in her walk-in closet. Like, there are means to get this done.
There are means, honey. Means.
Like,
I'm tired.
Run up. Like,
I am so tired.
You and Kat can stomp hoes out for fun. Like, between you, Kat, and Chelsea.
That's it.
Hoes can be stomped out.
That's it. That's all.
Madison, I don't know what. I wasn't even there. I got your phone right here. There's an alibi already ready to go.
Hello. Oh goodness, let me see what they're saying in this chat. I know somebody said they wanted to talk about Nicole. Who is your favorite character, Edify?
That's difficult for me to say. Because there's levels of who I like and why I happen to like them. I'll start with my female characters first. Um, I like Anita because she reminds me of parts of my grandmother, that kind of classy, quiet power that I
Mm-hmm.
think those older generations happen to have. Secondly, I'll go with Dani because when you shoot up a wedding, I said that's the wedding I want to be in. Not because I want to be, I want to get shot up, but just the fact I was there and you took it there when the person said object. And
Right.
I've been in weddings where they cut out the objection part and she had the Glock. I said, I love this wedding. That's what drew me in week one. Yes, shoot him up.
Oh
Chitty
my
chitty bang bang
goodness.
up. And it's drama. Those are my, and then I would say next would be Kat for my favorite ladies from
Okay.
the show because of the fact of and I love your videos, and though they have given me a lot of insight, Kat is, I think, keeps she's a truth speaker,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's why her and Deanna get along as well. They speak truth,
Mm-hmm.
and they see people for who they honestly are, and sometimes people hate on that fact, but they speak truth.
Yeah.
Male, yeah, because Indiana, that's a whole other story. But I'm like, Deanna, when you go find this letter through your dreams from your daddy talking to you through the other
Please.
side, because it's coming. He may burn that letter, but believe the ancestors are speaking, and your daddy's in your ears, so he gonna get his
Directly to
letter some
you.
kind of way.
Here. But some people think that Deanna wrote the letter and put it in the box. What do you think?
How would she have gotten hold of his things to even know? When
Mm.
he transitioned, she was up at school and wasn't even around when he was even going to the little funeral. She didn't even come up for the. She came, I think she didn't even come for the funeral. I think her brother was mostly there.
Mm-hmm.
So when would she be able to put the letter inside the box, go through his things to find the box to put the letter in, to say Joey possibly had done this, and it was so detailed and what
Yeah.
was happening.
Yeah.
So I don't think she did it. Now I wouldn't. I don't know if she's either having hallucinations, which I could see them possibly getting Nicole to diagnose her and budging and putting her in an institution. Joey
That's what
doing it
people
that
keep
way. So
saying too. Like they're like, "Oh, Deanna's going to a mental hospital." I don't. Maybe I'm crazy because I don't necessarily think that you need to be hospitalized if you're not harming anybody. Like if you're hearing voices and whatnot, that to me, girl, we getting along the lines of clairvoyance here. Now we need to investigate her psychic abilities, if anything. But to have her institutionalized, I don't love that idea.
I think for me, I don't think it's institutionalized because she's crazy. He's trying to get her out of the way. He can't kill her because
Right.
it's going to affect
Right.
whatever he and Vanessa got going on. So he's going to record her some kind of way or see her
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, do you think Deanna's doing this, and this?" And because that's her mother, she'll have her institutionalized, and she's gonna get her brother involved in it.
And her
And like,
mother
yeah, I see
wayward
the
and
dude,
stupid and very gullible. Like
and
Deanna
she's gonna
said,
have her
your mother
institutionalized.
is pathetic, and I can't. Real quick, Tasha, Addicted to Love, and K Pass say I just sent the links in Discord to the waiting room. You guys look like you joined the Discord, but you didn't join the waiting room, so I can't really bring you in. So if you are trying to call in, then you should be able to click the message I just sent you, the little hashtag, and it will take you right directly to the waiting room. And then once you're in there, I can patch you in. Um, yeah, I agree with what you were saying, Edify. And I'm here for Deanna. I love that we're getting a little bit more of her this summer with her being back home. I'm glad that she's not jumping to conclusions too quickly because, girl, without any kind of proof, your wayward ass mama is not going to believe you that geriatric peen has her in a chokehold. Um, so yeah, we gonna need a little bit more proof, Miss Girl, and you can go ahead and grab that. Tasha said that can we talk about Nicole and her situation with her two guys? And then Curly K says, I'm glad that Nicole was able to realize that her stories about her relationship with Ted might have given Kat that hope that the first person she meets is her person. This is going to be
Hmm.
the great segue into Nicole because absolutely. I'm glad that she said that in this moment. And then also, this goes back to a point that I made early in the live of like, I'm coming to grips of, I'm just a person who tends to be early. And I just have to accept that. I have to accept what comes with that. And oftentimes it comes with people like, no, Eric, you're just making this up, or da da, you're just projecting, da da da. It's like, no, I'm actually early because I have said this from the beginning. I have said that Ted and Nicole's relationship was not that damn great. I don't give a damn what they were talking about on Maui. And everybody kept saying, but Nicole said, but Ted said. And I'm like, people say all the time. People lie. They lie to themselves. They lie to their loved ones. They lie to people that they don't know. Yes, I'm so appreciative too, Curly K, that Nicole took the time to say maybe it was me giving you the presentation of like, this is what love looks like and love at first sight, rah rah rah, and me and your dad's story is so great, that skews how Kat actually sees it moving forward. Because I have literally I coined that from the whole like Ted trying to hide Leslie's ass when she came back into town, all the way through the whole anniversary announcement, whatever. From there, like, if you are a man who not only cheats, but you choose to cheat while you are actively trying to have children with your wife, and your wife is miscarrying multiple children, something is not right in that marriage. And ain't nobody going to tell me that this is some type of random ass romance that just, oh, it's just this one little blip. He chose to go and cheat and fall in love. Okay, because that's also new information that nobody wanted to believe. Well, he didn't really like Leslie. He only cheated one time. No, he fell in love with Leslie's ass. He might have considered leaving Nicole's ass had Kat not been conceived. All of that has to come into consideration. So y'all little meeting on Maui, and then you get the additional context of like Carlton wanting them and he snaked Carlton to get you. All of that needs to come into consideration. And that changes the story. It changes it from the simple, yes, we knew at the first time that we saw each other that we were right for each other, to a real love story with real ass, complicated ass people. And with the real story, you get to see that it's not as clean cut as people want to make it out to be. What's your thoughts?
My question, very valid parts, but I have to even, because I'm with my own family, I'm looking at like so and so learn from this from so and so and so and so. So I wonder, did Vernon and Anita set her up for success in finding love? Because you have two daughters who both might have had their first experiences with the men that they happen to marry, and both men happen to both cheat on them with other women. You know, what does that possibly say about how they even demonstrated love to their daughters?
That part. Hey Tasha, welcome me. I think this is Tasha. I can't see the full name. Is this Tasha?
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Welcome in.
How are you?
I am great. I'm so glad that you were able to pop in and join us. I'm sorry that Discord was giving you a little bit of problems. It does that from time to
I
time.
know. Sorry about that.
You're
Hi,
fine.
Tasha.
You're fine.
Hi.
But now you're here, so we can get into it. So we are talking about Nicole, and I want to go to Edify's point real quick, and then I'll give the floor to you if you want to share some of the things that you're thinking. But yes, Edify, Vernon and Anita did not set these girls up properly, and unfortunately, I feel like when it came to Vernon and Anita, their transgression by way of like teaching their children the whole romance of it all is less on them, because I understand it a little bit better with Anita coming from where she came from, Cabrini Green, and while Vernon is more legacy or whatever, he had to pull in this girl from the streets, and like I understand the whole like Anita not necessarily wanting to expose her children to a version of life that they will never actually, one, live, and two, need to actually see. So I could see the shielding needing to happen in a little bit more in that way. But when it came to Ted and Nicole, I kind of put a little bit more fire to their feet, because I personally feel like they are proximity parents. I don't believe that they were actually like attentive, intentional parents. So that's also probably why I have a little bit more smoke for them.
I warming up ice cream, but I don't know. I feel like I still lay more at their feet because of the fact of I think that you can't tell this whirlwind love story about how he found you, y'all were marching, and then not say, this is the rough times that we went through when I was doing this and I was trying on the road. And I think sometimes not all parents, they don't show the lows of the marriage, especially if their children are old enough to be able to really absorb and process it. Like, there were days I literally wanted to put your father through the dishwasher. Mom, what? Yes. There were those days I wanted with a frying pan when he was gone and said he wouldn't do that, or because Vernon has his flaws. We
Yeah.
just haven't seen them quite yet. You know, he if he's the Victor Newman of this soap opera, he got his flaws. We just ain't seen them yet. They coming one way or another. So I think not showing that side of it, I think the detriment to the entire family. Because I even got questions like, Martin, how'd you get with Smitty? You know, Samantha and not Samantha, Tyrell and his little
Jessica.
boo thing.
Jessica.
Who? What's her name? Yeah,
Jessica.
Jessica. These people attaching so quickly is like y'all are showing the full love story of like it takes work. It wasn't easy, and there are days still to this day. I love you. I love this person, but sometimes yeah, if Arena wasn't here and I could get away with murder, I would.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay,
Tasha.
Tisha,
Tisha, sorry.
that's okay. Okay, so I think I'm grasping what you're saying. Um, I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Erica?
Edif-
Oh, Edify.
you can
no,
call me Edify or
Edify?
Courtney, one of the two.
Okay. Um, I do agree with you is that they don't, uh, Danny and Nicole weren't equipped with being able to handle, you know, things in their marriage because they had such a high example of a relationship to try to live up to. So I don't think that Bill is Danny's first, but it is her first husband. And because of her being ingrained with, oh, well, we don't do this, and, we have high standards and everything like that, Danny didn't feel comfortable enough to have all of the ugliness exposed. So she internalized it and just wanted to make everything look all pretty and on the outside just as perfect as her parents' marriage was. Um, so I think that's kind of still the reason that Danny is holding on to Bill because she can't let go of that image of this is my first husband. We're supposed to be together forever. We have children. I'm supposed to be by his side no matter what. And unfortunately, with Danny doing this, I'm not liking her right now. And I was loving her. And I was loving that Bill. I was like you, Erica. I was like, yeah, you eat your heart out, sir. Because he was looking at her like, oh, baby, I messed up. And looking at, I think, Edify, you said it, looking at Haley like, why are you still here? Like,
It's a valid point.
so So her sitting here now messing up like that, it broke my heart,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
don't think that um Andre I do agree with you, Erica, that she needs to tell Andre that was their whole foundation of the relationship is that no matter what we tell each other the truth,
Yeah.
even if so she sat there and destroyed that foundation of them. But I don't think that he will. I think he'll stay. I think he'll blow up, when she tells him, or if she tells him. It'll be a whole lot worse if somebody else tells him.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but she needs to go ahead and tell them, tell him now, like immediately.
For
But
sure.
I'm trying to hang in there with this soap opera because I'm not a soap opera person, but
Me either.
all this and I've been trying to hang in there. But they need to conclude some of these stories like the Haley and Bill, the Leslie thing. They just dropped that.
Yeah.
off. Like, and poor Laura,
Child.
like, they didn't even care that she tried to kill her twice, and everybody just kiki, and oh, it's a running joke of the town. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm sorry.
No,
I
no,
do
no.
think it's
You're I
happening.
agree. I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Going back really quick to the weight of the expectation tied to like the Dupree name as it pertains to romance. Like we definitely can lay certain blame and responsibility at the feet of the parents, whether it's Vernon and Anita or Ted and Nicole or Bill and Dani, right? But then also the other part of that is it is your responsibility too as a grown person to fully assess the situation, right? Like my biggest issue with Kat, and it sucks because she really was ill prepared. I think that Kat is a prototypical girl who was like poured into when it comes to academics and when it comes into society, and it's like all we need to do is keep her ass off the
Mm,
pole and that'll be fine. Like the romance
right.
part will figure itself
Right.
out. I really identify with that. Like I my mom acts like she don't remember this, but me and my mom have had one conversation as it pertains to sex when I was growing up. I played volleyball.
Mm,
We were shopping
right.
and I picked up thongs for the first time. And I was like, oh, I think I want to get these because my teammates are starting to wear them so that they didn't have panty lines in the shorts, right? Um, because
Mm,
when you play volleyball with spandex. She saw me with those damn
mm,
thongs and was like, that is for easy access for sex. Do you want to be a hoe? And like berated me in the store. And that was it. That was the last time we had ever talked about sex that we like, and it wasn't even like a sex talk. And there's so many girls who grow up with that. It's just like, just don't embarrass your mama and your daddy. Don't be a hoe. Don't do this, don't do that. But they don't tell you what it looks like to fall in love. They don't tell you what the feelings might feel like or how it might appear or any of the things. Like you just don't. Like you just get left to your own damn devices, even though they might have
yeah.
influenced you to be smart and to study and to be worldly or whatever the case might be. Like I look at Kat and I feel like
Mm,
that is the thing that is to a T. My only thing that I will lay back at Kat's feet is like, it's all okay. So if you're going to do this and if you're going to mirror your parents and this love story, right? And you're going off of little to no
mm,
information and literally just the visual they're providing you, then it is up to you to now make sure that if you're going to try to fit the formula that your parents are providing, that the person that you pick to be that side of the formula actually aligns with the person that you want them to be. And I don't think that Tomas was that. Like, I think that she
oh
settled
no.
for Tomas, even if she
Mm,
was trying, like, Tomas is very much so a lot like Ted, but not the Ted that she know, not the Ted that she was trying uh, to recreate a love story like her mom's with. Like if she was trying to line
mm,
herself up with the fantasy Ted that she thought she knew before the big bomb drop that is Eva, then you would not have picked
mm,
Tomas, and that part is on you, 100%.
right. Right. Well, I think the
And same
whole
thing for
thing with
Dani. You get Bill Hamilton, and you trying to marry your daddy. Bill Hamilton
yeah.
ain't a Vernon on a random ass leap moon of a like no girl no. It's not it's one thing for you to like have the like playbook, right? And like, oh, this is what my parents did, so I'm gonna do what my parents did. But you also have to get a partner or a player that's going to be able to handle the expectations, the this, the that comes with that. You can't just slot anybody into that slot and be like, yeah, it's gonna work out great. Our relationship is gonna be perfect. Our marriage is gonna be perfect. Like, nah. You gotta go find a non-cheating political savant that loves you down. You didn't do that.
Well,
Right. Right.
Eric, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Twisted, that's all be for you as well, since we're talking about romance, and it's a small question. But do you think, like, we know that Tomas is on this checkbox list?
Mm-hmm.
I got the job, check. I got the degree, check. I'm working hard, check. I got the girl, check. Do you think that Kat's also in the same vein, and that's also why she's chosen Tomas? Because personally, I'm hoping when he leaves, she gets a new love ventures that hovers around her. Because Kat needs a new. Tomas need to work for Kat, and he hasn't done that.
Yeah.
He needs to sweat. So I'm wondering, is she checking off the box with him as well? Like, okay, you fit this, you fit this, you fit this, you fit this as well.
Yes, but not with the same intention, I think.
Mm.
Okay.
I think it. I think it I think it started out that way. It was a check box, but I think what is keeping her going after Tomas and is Eva. Like she didn't want to let go of it because then Eva would have gotten him. And she wanted a win. She needed a win in that moment. And now she's just, you know, stuck. Um, because we all know Tomas is the
Plan.
character and the actor. I don't want him to lose his job, but can
I'm
we put him
sorry.
behind the scenes?
I do. I'm sorry. That ship has sailed for me.
I mean, no,
I
I
don't
do
typically
want him.
advocate for that, but when you are just not good, you are just
Exactly.
not good. I can't, Bookie. I
Exactly.
have
He
tried to
down
close one eye
every
and
single
squint.
scene.
It's
I
too.
know.
He's so flat. He's too flat. You are
Oh my
proposing,
god.
and you want me to believe that you're proposing, and it look like you're ordering biscuits at Orphe Jeans. Stop. Let's
Somebody in
stop.
your comment once said he was like a ventriloquist dummy,
Yeah,
and I cannot unsee it. I
yeah.
cannot unsee it now.
You
It's
know, to
But
so
quote,
yeah.
to the point to the original question, right? I feel like yes, Kat was checking off a box, but I felt like her intention
Mm-hmm.
was because she believes that, or she was sold a dream that you have your ambitious pursuit. So for her, it's her career. She's already gotten her degree. I think she went to Banneker and she's gotten her degree. She's done certain things. The only thing left that she was not excelling in was romance. So to me, that's a lot different than a man. And honestly, y'all, this is a thing that's specific to Erica. It grinds my gears. Like one of my arch nemesis, like that I just really don't fool with, is a man with a goofy ass plan that he will not deviate from. Because I have literally
Mm-hmm.
always looked at it like I do not ever want to be the girl that the man picks because I happen to be around him at the time in life that he feels like he's supposed to be married or he's supposed to have kids. I don't want that type of relationship. It's way too many men that are governing their lives that way. They have a checklist. If I do this, if I do this, if I do this, if I do this, this means that I will be a success. It doesn't matter which woman they slide into the wife spot. It doesn't matter what career trajectory they take as long as it hits a certain amount of money. It doesn't matter like true connected relationships with family and having tough conversation. None of that matters. They are so surface level that they are
Mm-hmm.
literally just checking off boxes. And I feel like that is Tomas, but that is not Kat. So when I say that was checking off a box, she was truly pursuing what she has been told would bring her ultimate happiness. And I don't have a problem with the person having a plan to get to true happiness, especially if you're going to honor your various feelings as things are not working out how you thought and you can adjust. But with a plan and a checklist that refuses to deviate from it, regardless of if he really likes the girl or not, regardless of if the career is for him or not, that is a dangerous ass man. And I think that is Tomas.
Mm-hmm.
all I will say about Tomas and the engagement as a whole period, I will quote one of my favorite sitcoms, Living Single.
Mm.
Aloof, distant, blase, zombie-like, those a box of rocks. And everything about I'm trying to watch it. I'm like, nothing. No, you know, Kat. I just feel this really strongly about you.
Yeah,
Where?
and
It's the
his
strong
face is
feelings in the
flat.
room. Because okay,
Right,
for
right.
example, right? People been having a little bit of whispers about Jacob, and they don't necessarily love the way that Jacob portrays various things. The actor who plays Jacob, but you could tell that when Jacob gives a damn, and you could tell when Jacob don't.
True.
Right, right,
His
right.
face
I mean,
tells you
but
he
Jacob is
cares.
a little monotone, you know. Um, but yeah, he does give more than Tomas. You can tell when Jacob is feeling something. He does have expression on his face. Tomas, there's nothing. He's like, I love you. Straight face,
His
like
I
no
love you.
smile,
I'm
no.
proposing to you. I'm rejected by you. I don't want to
Yeah.
move in with you. Let's have sex. All of those feelings, all of those emotions, situations look exactly the same. His face has not changed. Has not changed from when I'm gonna take your virginity to your rejecting my proposal. How? And I get it. I'm a very dramatic person. I am very overly expressive. So I'm not even saying that you have to be expressive like me, but my God.
I know, but something like, can you crack a smile? Like, can you tilt your head? Something like he doesn't even do that.
Everything
Well,
he
ladies,
says is in the
fingers
same
crossed.
cadence.
Well, fingers crossed. Maybe when he goes to Puerto Rico, wherever he's going on this business trip, we get a new actor. Because I think they're trying to
Yeah.
like.
I'm
Trying
done
to
with the
do
Tomas
some kind of like.
character. He is ruining the Tomas character for me. I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say his name no more in my
Yeah, he
breakdowns.
has ruined the character. I think that the guy that plays Grayson would have been a better Tomas.
Honestly,
I
this is just
think
me being me. I wish we would have got a more black Puerto Rican. Personally, that's just me. I'm like, because you look, even if we do like a family photo, it's like one of these things is not
Not
like
like
the
the
other. And
okay.
this is no shade to those who may be white appearing Puerto Ricans.
Right.
No shade,
Okay,
but
yeah,
I'm
but
like,
I was just saying, I was about to say, why are you talking about
no,
my
no
family?
shade. But I'm like, this thing, because I'm like, because I think the intersectionality between being in the DMV, being an immigrant, and also being an Afro Latino would be more compelling than just
Yes.
I gotta send the money back down to Puerto Rico for my family.
Yeah.
Cat, you don't
Right.
understand my life. I'm struggling here.
Naomi, don't you dare come and sit in your dad's seat after he begged you to do that. That is my seat. Okay. All right. Get him out of here.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I think you're right. I
I
think
that
that if he
man
was
going,
Afro
what?
Latina, if he was Afro Latino, I think that would lend itself better to the things that they were asking this character to do, or at least it would go off better. Because he has gone from like, okay, it looks like one of these things and not like the other, to no, you are actually the ops and we need to get you out of here.
Yeah.
Anything else that y'all want to share before we get ready to wrap up? I'm not ending right now, but ideally in the next 20 so minutes I want to. In the chat you can let me know, but then also you guys if you want to share anything.
I'm about to jump off because I don't want to hold up your I'm sorry, Twist.
You're fine.
I hope that Nicole chooses herself versus going with either Kyle or what's it, Carlton? That's his name?
Yeah. What does choosing herself look like, in your opinion?
I think, truthfully, one, changing jobs. As much as you go private practice, get out of the hospital. This ain't for you because you running into your ex and your ex's boo thing and your ex's mistress and your ex's mistress and your husband's love child all the
she
time.
got to give up her career because of this man?
No. Not give up her career. I said go private practice.
Lord.
But she has to give her life because of him? Because of all of that?
I don't think it's giving up her life. I see it's her choosing her full independence. Like, I'm leaving this behind. I'm choosing this something which is, I think,
I want her to put him out before she leave the hospital. He got to go. How about that?
That's fair. I'm open to all scenarios, but I do think I think maybe going private practice. That's a thought for me about her choosing herself. I also think she needs to really be. There's a part of me that like Nicole. You need to figure out what's you being just by yourself, not being wife, not being lover, not just you doing you, and figure out what Nicole actually likes for her. And what is the next chapter as a single woman? But not as a single, as a woman who's trying to rediscover herself. This is a new chapter for her. You've never been truly solo dolo for so long. Like, this is your time to really like, what do I like? Do I want partnership? And I see Nicole, honestly, unlike Dani, I see her being like, I don't want to be married anytime soon. I don't want to be married at all. And I wouldn't even mind. There's a part of me that's kind of like, Cole, maybe you need another somebody in your rotation. Maybe you need somebody else. And just because, not because you trying to do what you want to do. That's because you want a ho-ho. But just because because you can, because you're that girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you're that girl. That's why. Yeah, that's my how I want to see Nicole and her choosing herself, and even still boundaries. Leslie, don't have me stab you today. Like it's a clear like Leslie. I got my sister Glock in his handbag. Don't touch me today, okay? Nikki will come out. You understand me?
Don't have
Don't
me
have Nikki
stab you
come out, okay?
today. Super
Don't,
Taurus,
I'm
thank you for the super chat. I forgot to shout you out. I'm so sorry. But you didn't send a message. Thank you so much for the super chat. You have been sharing really dope thoughts in the chat. So thank you so much for that. Leslie, don't make me stab you today.
it's a clear. If I see you on the street, walk on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Leslie doesn't have that type of fear about Nicole by now,
She
it's like
doesn't. She really doesn't.
and to me,
Have
Nicole
it
just
for
be like.
anybody, but
So one more time. I'm sorry.
I said she doesn't have that fear with anybody, and I don't
She has it with
understand
Bill.
why.
Does she?
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. She does have it with Bill.
Bill has her shaking her daggone boots.
Bill's the only. Yeah, yeah. Bill's the only one.
I mean,
Like
but it needs
she
to be
should
other.
be. Yeah, should be all of them.
I was very invested in Nicole's
But I.
like rotation and like reawakening sexually and like being a woman of a certain age and going back out into the world and exploring, because I feel like that is something that women of that age need to know that is an option. I think that society lies to women and like, oh, you're getting old, and once you're old you can't do any damn thing. The hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I am over that particular phase of hers now, and I would like to see her focus in on her figuring herself out, finding herself, however she wants to look at it, um, and doubling down in her personhood by way of strengthening her relationship with her daughter. I think that if she showed up better for Kat, if she was more consistent in how she showed up better for Kat, I think that she could ultimately like heal certain things that might have been like young adult or child wounds that she has had as well. So I think it's a really good opportunity for her to like spend more time focusing on Kat, and that's what I would like to see from her right now.
Yeah, especially because Kat needs that right now. She needs her mother to help guide her, like to be truthful with her, um, so that she can recognize, okay, yeah, that's a must. I need to get away from him. You know, I didn't see today's episode, so I don't know what happened,
So
but
there's a
I'm still
conversation
with her.
that's had. Um,
okay.
they want to talk about Naomi, Jacob, and this Braca situation. What are y'all's takes on that? And Tasha, really quick, I don't see you. You said you're in the waiting room. I don't see you yet in the waiting room. Maybe try to send me a mess. Oh, hold on. I think I can send it here. What are y'all's thoughts on the Braca situation with Naomi and Jacob?
Poor Jacob.
I know, right?
Poor Jacob. She be
No,
taking him through there. She be taking him through there. But I will say, I'm glad you got that new
no.
fade. I said, Jacob, you look a little rough. I'm glad you got that haircut. Saw your barber because you look a little rough.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Any other
You know
thoughts?
he was out on that Kmart corner, for a good time, so he couldn't go to the barber. Hello.
He's been back for how long? He could send that barber.
His best friend passed. He couldn't get it together. He was
I
disoriented.
know, right? It was great.
Okay.
So similar to what we were talking about earlier, Edify, with like Andre, and like how I was saying I don't want Danny's infidelity to be an excuse for him to like regress as a man and like how he shows up in romance or whatever. I have the same feelings about Jacob. Like, I know that people are just so uncomfortable with how strong Naomi is in speech and action and mindset, right? And I see a ton of feedback of like Jacob needs to leave her. Jacob needs to leave her, and it breaks my heart when I see that, because I'm just like, I don't think I would make all of the same decisions that Naomi makes, but I would make a good amount of them. And I am very much so just as strong willed. And I feel like people don't realize how they're advocating for the strongest women among them to not be loved wholly. But I do understand like how it could be worrisome and how it's not the easiest thing to navigate. But I want Jacob to like hang in there, and I love that they are actually doing this, because we get to see, as long as he stays, we get to see what it looks like to truly love somebody, or say that you love somebody and then actually show up and actually do that. So I definitely hear you when he's like, poor Jacob, and he needs to stay exactly where the hell he's at, if you ask me.
Well, when I look at Jacob and Naomi, I also think Miss Erica. Like you guys are a throuple. I think of
Oh
you every
good.
single time I see them
I
because
love
I'm like,
that.
oh, Erica, don't get upset. I see her, when he hugged her,
Mm-hmm.
but he had that look
He did.
on his face. I'm like, uh, Erica's gonna go off. But
I want him to be
I
honest. Like,
think
I understand that he feels like he can't.
exactly,
Yeah.
but he can't. He really can't though, because anytime that he tries to voice his feelings, she jumps on him. Oh,
Well,
so
not anytime. Most recently,
so
she's been better. She's made an actual
well,
effort
yeah,
this most recent
true.
time.
She has, but it still lingers within him, so he doesn't feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, with her going through this BRCA gene thing, he's like, "Oh well, I can't say anything because then you're gonna think that it's because I don't agree with you or I don't support you. So I have to pretend, I have to, suppress my feelings so I can support you fully,
Yeah.
so that it looks like you need it to look." Um, but yeah, I do feel bad for Jacob. I really do.
May I say
Um,
something right quick when you
Mm-hmm.
finish your thought? Um, biggest thing, I first of all, Jacob and Naomi, one of my favorite couples. I think there's such a patience between the two of them that they both have, and similar to Danny and
mhm,
Andre, there is an honesty that they happen to have as well amongst each other, where they're able to be very true. Even about the whole when she first thought she was pregnant, and he was like, "I changed my mind. Let's have a baby." And she was like, "Pause, stop. My body, my choice. This is gonna happen." He was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Okay." I think he also married one of Dupree, so that's also privilege and prestige. He also married a woman who is very strong-willed. She has both Bill and Danny's genes flowing through her veins.
And she the eldest
He's
daughter.
gonna get a
mhm.
strong, and the other
And
daughter. She's
yeah,
gonna be a strong-willed. I said what I said. I'm not moving and budging unless you give me an excuse and reason why I should. So with him and the BRCA gene, I don't know if I want him to be more honest with her, but I think he's gonna maybe talk to, who does he have to talk to? Maybe he'll talk to
I'm thinking they're
Isaiah
setting it up with.
about how
I,
he
I
I
really
think
feels
they're
about.
setting it up to be with Andre.
yeah, yeah. Because Andre
That's gonna
is
be
all for it. Honestly, it seems like he's all for the damn mastectomy,
Yeah,
and it's such a catchy thing, a tricky thing, because I'm not, but I understand autonomy and like giving people the
I
space to make
know.
decisions for themselves. But I would struggle with this. I would struggle if it was
I
like my
know.
sisters or one of my best friends. Like, I would just be like, "Girl, you don't even have
Why
cancer
you don't you
yet."
don't even have anything yet? Yeah, yeah. And you might not get it. And you
Yeah,
might even go through with this and still get it.
yeah.
Anyway, like, so, oh, I
It's
hate this.
hard. So it's
I think
like
she's just, both of them are scared.
It
it's the
really is.
nuance of like this circumstance is like difficult in and of itself, and they already came out of a difficult situation, so it just makes it feel even more like untenable, and it's just like ugh. And then not only the hysterectomy conversation coming in, and like that ties to like, are you
I
still
was glad
holding
that
out
she
hope?
finally said something doggone it.
I'm like, Naomi, please. And if he is, so
Mm-hmm.
also like we kind of we never really were able to like, I guess, complete that conversation, or if that conversation can be completed, right? But like, is it wrong if he is holding out hopes that one day she might want kids?
Is it
Right,
wrong?
exactly. That I
I
don't think
don't.
it is because
I don't know.
as we mature or we change. So he changed his mind. Like she hasn't, okay, but why is it not okay that he changed his mind and maybe he now has a thought that maybe kids are a possibility.
I
Is that
mean,
wrong?
but if your partner's also told you up front, I don't want any kids, and now she with this whole BRCA thing going on, she's even more adamant about like not passing this on to her offspring. So it's automatically just a no. So I don't know if it's wrong. This is where it comes into whole like, her body, her choice, as well as he doesn't really have a say in the matter except to say, I don't like this. Because anything he does, he may seem like the bad guy, not only from to her, but also even from an audience perspective, because he's been so supportive. And for him to say, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want you to do this, you're taking a very drastic leap, a very drastic step. And until either Anita knocks up upside her head or Vernon, she needs some elder knock upside her head and say, you're doing too much. Calm down.
Yeah,
Like let's
exactly,
you're doing like
exactly.
like those baby like those mama cats hit the kids about the head. Hey, calm down. You're doing too much. You ain't even got you're years away from even having to look at this, and you automatically want to just cut your girls off. Like, calm down.
Right.
Like, ma'am, calm down.
I want to,
Like,
Tasha, you in, yay. Real quick, I'm going to make a note.
I'm
And then I'm going
finally here.
Right. I gave you the wrong link at first. That was my bad. I looked in the thing. I was like, oh, wait, I gave her the text one, not the voice one. So anyway, you figured it out. Thank goodness. But okay, so my question was, is he wrong if he changed his mind? For me, he's not wrong if he changes his mind. He's only wrong if he changes his mind and now he's trying to force her to do so. With Naomi, I'm like, girl, even if he is holding out hope, but if he has decided that he is like, okay, I'm gonna hold my hope, but I also want to hold you, and I'm not gonna pressure you to do this, then that's for him to actually carry. It don't have to do with you. Actually, he's not trying to like influence you to change your mind, or to go back on what y'all said. So like, let's not demonize him as if he's wrong, because to me, he would only be wrong if he tried to force you to do something that you don't want to do.
Hmm.
But do y'all feel
I'll,
like he
I'll,
needs to exit the relationship if he has changed his mind? Because I think that that's ultimately what people are saying without saying when it comes to the whole Jacob and Naomi thing. If he wants kids now and she still doesn't want kids, then he needs to exit the marriage.
I don't think he
I
needs
don't,
to exit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't feel like they should have got married if they already had this conversation about, do we want kids or do we not want kids? If he was on the wavelength of I want kids, and you were on the wavelength
He
of
wasn't.
I don't want kids. Okay.
When they first met, they
Um
both decided that they didn't want kids. Like that was a thing. They actually in their like flashback episode where they showed their like courtship and their marriage, it showed that they both had agreed that they were not going to have kids.
okay. So then like I'm trying to figure out like what change. Hmm. I don't know.
That's,
The
so
pregnancy
that stick turned
was
blue.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that definitely could do something to it. Like if it happens
right.
in spite of what you guys were already planning, and then you go to a place of like, okay, so this might not be that bad, and just having that day of like, oh, what could this be like? I could see that. I also could see in his job it being a thing that becomes a thing for him as he moves up the ranks. Like he's moved into detective, he's going undercover now. And I don't know, I think men get kind of weird about legacy and whatnot. So there are definitely things there that could have inspired
Yeah.
this change for him.
Yeah. Um Now that I'm here,
Yes, yes.
Welcome in.
it took me a whole lot to get in here, but I'm here. Um I know we are y'all already talked about the Danny and the Bill situation. My God, Danny, I just really want to choke you. I really want to choke you. Cause what are you
But the
doing?
thing,
Cause what are you
Like,
doing, girl?
what are you doing?
Stressing us all
Oh
out.
my
That's what Danny
God.
ass is doing.
Yes. And I
She
haven't
really is.
seen today's episode because I usually wait till like Wednesday to watch it so I can like binge watch a little bit. So I can,
Oh.
yeah, that's what I do. I wait till like the middle of the week and then I watch Monday's episode, Tuesday's episode, and that's how I watch it. But I was just like, okay, okay, y'all are stressing me out. Like, what
She's
is
looking
happening?
good.
Because what is happening? But I'm gonna go back to the Eva and Kat situation.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Like after I put in what I, typed in or whatever, and I listened to you say what you said about that, I realized that you are actually right in with the Eva and the villain situation. I feel like Eva, she's starting. She hasn't started completely, but she's trying to start to be a better person,
Mm-hmm.
and she has a long way to go with that. But her mama, my God, Lord Jesus, she needs somebody to just like really shake her and be like, "Yo, you need to get it together. Like, you really need to get it together, because what? Why? Why are you this evil?
And that's why I'm like, Eva needs to get
Oh my God,
away from Leslie. She has
yes,
to.
completely
She's not
away
going to
from
be able to
her.
change Leslie as quick as Leslie would need to shift and change. So you have to
Yes,
separate from her. Like you just have to. That's just how it has to go. And it's crazy. Like I'm glad. Thank you for sharing. Like okay, I get what you're saying, Erica, and I actually agree now because most people won't even
uh-huh.
give me the benefit of the doubt in that regard. Like I go on these other people's channels and try to be ethering my ass behind this whole Eva thing of it all. I think in addition to like my correlation and like similar history as it pertains to like the unwanted sister conversation, right, with Eva, I
Uh-huh.
also think a lot about this word villain. And I got a new leash on life last year when I realized that like certain family members were casting me as the villain in their stories. And I think we were having so much conflict because I hated the idea of that. Like I hated the
Uh-huh.
idea of like, oh, I'm the big bad. And then the moment that I decided to embrace it, like if being the villain means I'm gonna be honest, if being the villain means that I'm gonna stand 10 toes down in X, Y, and Z, if being the villain means that you can't push over me, then okay, cool, I'm gonna be the villain. So that's also another thing that's driving my whole conversation around Eva. And like I'm not too pressed on her not being a villain because that could be a place that you start and it could be the place that launches you into the best version of yourself, the most honest version of yourself. I think that we have a lot that we can learn from villains as it pertains to like how they're motivated and how they go after the things that they want. And I think that that's just a
Uh-huh.
different conversation than most people wouldn't have. Like most people hear villain, it's just like, oh, you're saying they're the most worst person in the whole world. And it's just like, no, that's not always the case, but this, and this is. So I'm glad that you
Right.
were able to receive that.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, I get what she's saying. I get it. I get it. Now, Laura,
Okay.
Laura. I
oh
feel
Lord.
like they need to do something with, like, bring her back and then have Leslie be like, I know they probably not going to do this, have her be accounted for the fact that she tried to off her twice.
I feel
Hmm.
like they've been
I
Like,
think she
saving
should
that. I think that that's
should
coming,
sue
but they're
her.
like saving it, and I don't know for how long. But I don't know if Leslie is going to get away with it, even though it looks like she has.
yeah.
You
And I agree
know,
with you 100%. Real quick, I want to address the chat. Other shows that are on, not yet. DR from Detroit comes back on the 31st. If you haven't watched season 1, you should. It's a phenomenal show, and it's now on Paramount Plus. It used to be a BET Plus show, but now it's on Paramount Plus. So DR from Detroit is a good show to watch. I am watching The Shy. I haven't done breakdowns for The Shy, but I will do a series recap for The Shy because this season has been amazing. Other shows that I'm watching, I'm trying to finish Survival of the Thickest. Season 3 dropped, and that's the final season of that. I'm watching Raising Kanan. uh what else? That's it. Oh, House of the Dragon, I'm watching that as well.
Oh my god.
Those are the other shows that I am watching that are pretty good. You get to the original Ted. Yeah, but 90% of the writers and creators of the show never have him believe in anything. But let's see. The original Ted might not have believed anything about Leslie, but he was just a step and fetch it when it came to Leslie as well. So that's something that comes up a lot in the critique of like, oh, the original Ted would never with Leslie. She was playing him too. He's the one who gave her the $50,000. So y'all please.
Yep.
Okay, sorry y'all. I just wanted to address the chat real quick. Any other
But the
things that y'all
original,
want to bring up?
I just wanted to touch on the original Ted. I feel like he was a stronger presence. This Ted is kind of, meek and mild. And I think that's what gets under my nerve, on my nerves a little bit even more.
I think the stronger
Because
presence
his
that you're registering
narcissistic.
is his physicality. He was a bigger person, but I think he was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
weaker
that's what I mean.
he was a weaker actor though.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
I
was a
will
lot
say
like
this.
Tomas. He was very one note. He said everything the same.
You know,
So much as I was just mesmerized by his physique and was just like, oh yeah, Ted. Like, so maybe I'll have to rewatch the beginning part then
Yeah.
because I thought he was good.
Wait till you go back and see. You'll see that he says everything the same.
yeah, very mono, very
Oh,
kind of plain, not a lot of
really?
inflection in voices.
Oh,
When you see the difference between this Ted and OG
uh-huh.
Ted, it's a stark
No,
difference
I think the
in just
actor is amazing and everything.
He's just small.
I think that, yeah, I think it was just the physical aspect of it, but also the fact that his narcissism came out a little more now, or I noticed it. So I think that's also why I'm like, if you don't get your soft ass, sorry,
Let me know what you think when you go back and
out of here.
watch, because I think that his narcissism didn't come out as much because the actor could not portray the true
Right.
motivations behind the
Okay,
words that he was saying.
okay,
I, I would
okay.
like
All
to. I
right.
would like to know what they're doing really with Mona's character, because I feel like
Child.
she's there and then she's not there. She's there and then she's not there. Like,
she want Randy.
And but also I need Mona to not just be church people on this show. Like
right?
she's
I
gonna
Like,
drive me
know. Can you stop?
crazy. She's gonna
your
drive
show.
me
I
crazy if
know.
she's just like, I'm the only one who can save all of you, girl. If you don't go to hell.
It's like she don't have no personality. Like, to me, that's what I see. Like, she don't have no type. Like, she okay, church. I did the diabetic thing. I'm talking about that. Okay, talk about something else.
And stop
Like,
talking
Okay.
about everybody else. Like, is this it?
like
And stop.
do
Yeah,
something positive.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
You know,
June,
Stop
where's she
judging
at?
everyone.
Where's June? Like,
Child. They
they
got
Orphy Jeans.
June tethered to these
Accept
damn
people's orders.
kids. Her
they
storyline
have.
is literally these damn kids. And low key, I'm like, I don't like Ted, but I wasn't mad when they had the whole Ted and June sparks flying, because I feel like she's real enough. And not to say that Shanice is not real, but they've
Mm-hmm.
already picked that Shanice is gonna be a pick me, so fine. Then I need another
Yeah.
option that's
Yeah.
not gonna be a pick me, that's gonna tell Ted that his stinks because he stank. And I'm tired. Like, Ted
Mm-hmm.
needs a partner who's gonna counteract all that he believes about himself to be true. Because while he might not be the most despicable person on the planet, you are not a good man. And no amount of you being a damn doctor bringing home however much money you bringing home is making you a good man. You are self-centered. You are narcissistic. You are ridiculous. Ugh. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I would love it if that, like, I feel like June's story is like so caught up in the kids, so we only see her when it plays into like the kids conversation. And the only other time that we were getting like inklings of additional things with June is when Ted was spending so much time at Orphy Jeans and they were cultivating their little friendship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've always thought that if I were Cat and everyone's pressuring me about giving a piece of my liver to my sister, I'm holding that whole hostage until I look at everything that I want.
Hello.
Leslie, I need you to confess to the attempted murders of Laura.
Yeah.
I got a
need you out
list
there
like
shout,
it's
you that filth.
Christmas.
And
Hello.
until I get it out, I'm saying my right here, arms folded.
They
I
want to say
need
that Kat is
first.
selfish and she's this, she's a spoiled brat, she's this. A spoiled
Bet.
brat would have been getting every last thing that she wanted. Before that liver
Every
came up
last
out of her, that everything. She would have cleaned house.
That's what
Oh,
I would have did.
Leslie,
I'd have been like,
run that trust fund back, bro.
I got some demands. I need you to go tell everybody what you did. Go to police and confess what you did. So they can lock you up. Cause no, you're not. Your
And while
daughter is
you
not
at it,
getting a
run
piece
that
of my
trust
liver.
fund back.
Right.
Run the trust fund, every penny. Sell this house that you done build, this tacky house that you built with my grandparents.
I want the
I'm getting
house.
everything.
I want your confession. I want that apartment.
Everything.
Need you to suffer.
That would have been me as Kat. Oh, you want me? Okay, bet. I need this, and this before I even get tested. Father, Martin.
Isaiah, every single time that you see me, you better say, hello, Queen, Mother of Earth. Martin, every time you see me, say, hello, sister, the one I don't deserve and love with all of my heart. Like, I would have so many stipulations on this liver. It would be crazy. Oh.
They be like, you know what? Never mind.
Never mind. I'm going to go find somebody else.
We'll wait for the donor list.
I'm just saying, if I was Kat, I'm
sure.
holding this bitch hostage.
Immediately. All right, y'all. I need to get last thoughts because I got to get out of here. I'm supposed to be out of here at 6 o'clock, but this has been so great. Any last thoughts that you want to share, predictions, things that you're looking for, or if you even, like Erica, make a video about this. This is your time to share.
Ladies first.
I just want all the people that have done wrong to be accounted for. And I don't want this soap opera to be boring. Like, don't go into a direction where it starts to get boring and you know all that. Then I'll keep watching. So yeah.
Okay. Twister.
They need to get some of these storylines conclusion to it. The Haley and Bill and all of that, because they're just dragging it out, and it's like, okay, I'm trying to hang in here with you, but something needs to happen. So that is what I want. A conclusion for at least one of the storylines.
Yeah.
And if I
have a couple of predictions. Actually, thinking about it off the top of my head. Prediction number 1: I think they're gonna try to break Naomi and Jacob up, just for drama's sake. I think they're gonna. I don't want it to happen, but I think they're gonna try to do it. Secondly, I think that Kat and Deanna are gonna find out what happened to her father and find out that it's Joey. And I also think that Kat, Deanna, Chelsea, Naomi are gonna set up Haley to figure out that she's been trying to poison Bill the entire time.
Yes, I like.
They keep bringing up these true crime podcasts, and they're gonna figure out who's the Black Widow, and it ends up looking like Haley, and they figure out, oh snap, she's trying to kill her father because she's going after rich men, rich stupid tall men who wear really nice suits, but she keep going after this, and they're gonna set her up, and she goes, Bill, this was a lie. Look at my eyelashes.
Oh my goodness.
Look at my bundles in my hair, and my bust down. It doesn't matter. No, I didn't try to do it.
And
it was Randy.
And Haley's ally, I guess her actual name is Val or something. I think
her
that's
real
what
name.
they said
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Haley is her alias. Yep. Okay. And
And I think we're gonna find a girl's body. Yeah, I'm sorry. Last one. I think we're gonna find, what's our homegirl's name? With the ponytail. Lynette. Lynette's gonna pop up out of left field.
Yeah, Lynette not dead.
She not
I
dead.
hope so. I love me some Lynette. Child.
I don't believe she's dead.
No, she was good.
But we're going to need
if
to
she's
figure out
dead
what kept her away.
Or locked up somewhere.
Right. It's like, okay, Randy,
he got some kind of basement in a hole.
Right.
No, he got on a hole. Put on a lotion.
Child. Well, I thank y'all so much for joining. Oh, Sasha, you about to say something?
Can you do a video on what's that show we was just talking about? The what's the
Yeah,
story?
The Shy?
No, not the shot. The first one we was talking about before.
Oh, the polygamist. Yes,
the
it's coming.
Yeah, yeah, because
I got you.
I saw that.
I got
Ooh,
y'all.
I wanna know your thoughts on this. Ooh, wait.
What's the name?
It's definitely coming. I got you on that.
Thank you for
Of
allowing me to
course.
join.
Of
yes, thank you,
course.
Erica.
We'll be back
Thank
again
you,
live
Erica.
next Monday, y'all. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to do this every single Monday. I am so glad that I'm doing this. Y'all have stayed on me about it, and it's finally here. If you're catching this on the recap or the replay, then go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section because I will be checking that out. I thank you to each of my beautiful panelists for coming up. Tasha, Twista, Edify. Thank you so much for sharing all of your thoughts. Dominic, I know you're studying, but thank you. And thank everybody in the chat. I will see y'all in my next video. And if you watch All American, I will be live to talk about All American tomorrow night.
Whew, praise God.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye
Hey,
bye.
thank you, Erica.
I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I'll see you later.